Hi, boys. We're back. Let's do a recap since we missed last week.
Yeah.
Okay. So currently, our glorious adventurers have moved on from their humble abodes in Dravel. You've taken down the Emperor of Cayenne, sacrificing your friend Graham in order to do so. And learning of Mathalius's grand plan that you were afraid of, which is these massive elder brains that now control different continents. In order to combat them, you and the Archlich Asarak, who is leader of the Sazuzit dynasty, teamed up to go and find these runic weapons of the gods that you guys had already had a few of. You were told to collect as many as you could and gain your powers, grow in strength, gain allies, and prepare for the final assault on Mathalius's main force, which is the Elder Brain in Valenfrost, which you guys have heard from the captain of your current airship that you guys are on, Captain Tallard Hemingway, who told you that he was from Gallon and it is most likely Valenfrost that went under. As well as Sudar learned that there was a massive elder brain being constructed underneath the massive capital city of Valenfrost. You guys have since collected a few relics, runic weapons, not too many, but a few of them, and have you collected Mirak's marvelous staff, I believe, and you got what you wanted from the Denier's book, which was the scribe dude. Now you are currently on your way to the floating city of Florence to acquire the weapon of Luna, which you guys have heard a lot about because our resident champion Flesh Warp, Remus Whispervale, has had a rivalry with them that he's hoping to turn around into a bonding friendship, but we'll see. So you guys have ventured on your way to the floating fortress. On the way, the important thing was that Shit lost his shit and pretended that he was Graham as part of a coping mechanism because he missed Graham. You guys had to, or Tomon had to explain to him, listen, Graham's dead, Graham's gone. And he got this grand idea at the very end that Graham is up in the ether space, up there, watching everybody as the rat god of cheese. And that is where we left off. I do have a fun board for y'all. That is the rat ship, which I will bring y'all to. Summon players to board.
God,
It is very big, yes.
it's like,
Oh shit.
That is your massive airship. The only thing that's not here is at the front. There should be a rat head, not a mermaid, but like, there's no rat head ornament that I can place.
this reminds me so much of Treasure Planet.
Damn, this is wicked.
Yeah, this is not my design. This is somebody else's map that I just
Oh,
grabbed real
okay.
quick. I did tweak it to make it like for y'all, and tweak some stuff. But this is somebody else's like design off of Tailspire.
This
Oh.
looks,
But it is really cool. It is very reminiscent of Treasure Planet. That's why I
it
liked it.
just, yeah, it's
It's
Yeah.
got
me,
a
dude.
upper crow's nest and a lower crow's nest, which I thought was really
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Fully decorated too, man. This is
Yes.
sick.
It's crazy.
So I put the minis down. So y'all are where I relatively think you guys are. Like Remus, you're just on the deck talking with Rathany. We've got Sudar's up next to the captain and his first mate at the helm, and then down below decks is Shit and Tomon. Y'all were talking in Shit's room. So, excuse me.
Jesus.
Jeez, I had like something stuck in my throat.
I feel like that's sometimes.
Y'all finished talking to Shit and kind of gathered him up. That's where we left off on. As you're finishing with that, Tomon, you hear the bells ringing up top, with 3 bell signals, which means attack. And up top, y'all can see to the north a interesting looking
Shit, light.
an interesting looking figure. It is dragon-like. It is different than Tetsukuge. You guys know you left Tetsukuge behind to check on the to keep the kingdom safe, because with Andromon and Tetsukuge they could kind of control the populace of Cayenne. So y'all left that, so you know it's not Tetsukuge, and it is a weird looking dragon. It spouts green glowing crystals that come out of its skin, and it is flying directly at your airship.
Yeah, let's go.
Obviously, like, the up top deck, the alarm has been raised, and the captain has ordered, like, one of the deckhands noticed it and called it out, and so the captain has ordered for all hands on deck, everybody to their battle stations. And up top, he's screaming, like, Captain Tallard Hemingway is like, "Everyone, battle stations! Battle stations now! Everyone, get here! We've got something incoming!" And you hear other, like, deckhands that are up top in the rafters screaming, "Jeez, Ryan, what the fuck are you doing?"
I'm just messing.
You're fine. Other people are screaming, "Dragon! Dragon! Some sort of dragon!" And Tomon, you and Shit can hear from below, and Shit, like, has the... Oh, I actually have a picture for you. For what Shit looks like now.
Oh,
Picture.
my game lagged a bit. I didn't hear it was a dragon at all. Did it say anything? Because I can understand dragonic.
No, it has not said
It has
anything.
not said
It's
anything.
far
Alright,
away.
cool,
It's just
cool.
coming. It's been called. So Shit is he's got the rat skull on him. He's a kobold, so he's small. And then he is kind of a magical artificer type character and everything.
He's adorable.
But that
what
is
the
that
AI
is
thing?
what?
Was that what the AI thing?
Yeah, that's AI
That's
art.
sick.
Yeah.
That's
No,
nice.
I've learned really well how to do it and everything. It works really well. People are gonna be pissed because I said AI art.
Yeah,
But I don't give a
You-
fuck. I've just been using the Microsoft one. The
Oh,
like,
okay.
what's it
Oh.
called? Copilot.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Gotcha.
I used to use another thing, but it made you use like tokens and shit, and then you had to pay. But the Microsoft one's just free because I have Microsoft.
Okay.
But yeah, that's shit. So to remind you, he's like an artificer. He's got a bunch of like pockets and pouches and shit. He kind of like does magic, but it's usually like science-based things that he makes look like magic. He does carry around a staff, which is Graham's staff that he has appropriated. I did tell you guys that. That he kind of carries around, that's like made from trinkets and stuff like Graham, that he calls Graham's staff. I don't think Graham necessarily had a staff, did he, Mac? Yes,
Not
no.
really. He more
That's
did,
what I
like,
thought.
Hand incantations, but I feel like he probably carried one for flavor.
Like, I think you had like a walking staff, like a walking
Yeah.
stick, not like a magical one. So that's what I mean. Like, he has it. He has like trinkets from Graham on it and everything, and that's about it. Like, he has the leather patchwork that was over Graham's face tied into it and everything. Yeah, like he's been very intricate with it, and he calls it Graham's staff. The green stuff he's holding, don't worry about that. That comes later.
Okay.
Not worried about.
So, y'all down below deck, Tomon and Shit. I will bring y'all up top
I
deck.
already moved.
Okay.
Stuff
Sweet. Where did you put yourself? Okay, you put yourself right
just like in the middle of the deck.
so let me move y'all. I think it's like right there, right? Yeah. Y'all would basically come out this door. As everybody's getting to their battle stations, y'all come like busting through, and shit will be like, "What? What's happening? What's up?" And one of the deckhands near you guys will be like, "There's a dragon about! Everybody in battle stations, captain's orders." And then he like sees you, Tomon, and he'd be like, "You'd better get your head down below deck, pretty one."
Pretty much.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give him a fucking stare, and then I'm gonna summon Ginray right
Okay.
in front of you.
And then start screaming like
Let me
Goku.
grab
change
Ginrai
box
for
form
you.
himself.
Super Saiyan form.
I'm the Prince of the Saiyans!
And then you do that thing where you jump off the ship, and then we're all like, "Holy fucking tide!" But then you come up on your dragon, and we're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
So you summon forth Ginray, and he's like, "Oh shit, mage, get the fuck up there!" And he'll point you like in this direction,
What I'm doing. Yeah.
and everything. Shit will lead you. Shit will lead you and be like, "Up here! I have a weapon. I have a thing. I built it." And so this is the cannon that Shit built that he'll climb into. And so he'll be sitting in it, like ready, and he'll just look over to you and be like, "Whenever you want me to, I'll shoot this son of a bitch." And the dragon is getting closer. If you guys want to prematurely shoot at it, you can. If you want to wait for something or try something else, then you guys can.
Is there any way I'd be able to tell if it looks like it's hostile or like it's
Like, it is flying at a beeline straight to your ship. It is not like it's flying over or below or it's flying to the side or anything. It is flying directly with a collision course for the ship. Like, it probably won't collide into the ship, but it's flying directly with a attack pattern towards your ship.
And it doesn't look like a relative of
No, so this is a...
You shot your brother.
Let me see if I...
Your brother, don't worry. Sorry about that.
I do have it. So,
Apologies.
you guys can't see it very well, but that is a picture for it. It is a dragon with these green crystals protruding out of it and through it and everything. That gives it that green glow. Its main color is black and purple. And it does, even from this distance, it's probably about 500 feet away from y'all when y'all get up to these positions. Like, you can wait for it to get closer, and y'all are getting closer to it as well. But even from 500 feet away, it still smells. Like, it smells like rot and death and nasty shit.
Yeah. Probably fine to kill it.
Oh.
If you give Shit the order, his gun can shoot it first before y'all get in range.
Unless it's like Acerax. I don't know.
A Serac? A Serac?
No, it's
Acerax.
Acerax. No.
Fuck yeah.
Unless it's like a Acerax.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
No, this does not look like anything a Serac would use.
Okay. Yeah. They just-
The closest color scheme that you guys could like conflict it to is like Graham's rot that he had on him.
We're not close to the
Shoot it.
island yet, are we? 'Cause I wonder if
So
it's a dragon.
the island is in a pocket dimension. There's the captain explained there's a few different
that's right,
entrances
that's
to it, and he's tried 2 out of the 3. He's currently going to the last one. The last 2 didn't answer, which he explained to y'all essentially could mean, like, for layman's terms, he rang the doorbell, nobody answered. That doesn't mean nobody's home. And everything. So as far as y'all are concerned, like, this is the last hope to try to get into Florence. But you're not 100% that it is even going to be here.
Okay, well, can I ask the captain something then?
Yeah, you're right next to him.
Yeah, no, thank you. You've been to the other 2 locations you said. Have you ever seen something like this, a monstrosity, or this vile, rotten creature?
Well, so he hasn't seen it 100% because the sails and ship block
Oh,
it
that's
for
right.
him. But
Yeah.
you could have like ran off to the side and like peeked over and definitely seen it. And so like he would go, from what you're describing, I haven't heard of any such thing. It sounds like an undead abomination. We should put it down.
There's no guardians of these entrances, so you're told?
Not that I'm aware of, but they could be at wartime, and who the fuck knows what's going on with that. We're about a day out from the portal anyway, the entrance point. So this is most likely not Florence.
Well, yell out the order then.
That's enough convincing for me.
You're not there. You're way at the front of the ship. They're talking in the back. Yeah.
I was
Oh.
in the ship, yes.
So
Yeah,
since
we are not
Sadar will
friends.
give it to him, since technically all 3 of you he counts as equals because he didn't know Graham before. He'll call to his first mate. His first mate's name is Corinthia Corinthia Swallow. She's a female first mate. So he says, Corinthia, tell them Sadar gave orders. Fire on that beast. Bring it down. And she screams out and she goes, you heard the captain and his master! Fire at that beast! Take it down! And they start belaying the order and giving it over. And it gets to you guys and shit looks over at you. Toman is like, I kill it now? I kill it? Yeah?
Bye. Welcome up.
I have something special. So he grabs into his bag and he pulls out a green glowing crystal and everything. And he goes, I found this in one of my trips with your gardener. We went to the Underdark. We found this. It's powerful shit. Yeah. And so he takes it and he loads it into the cannon. And he goes, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck this is gonna do.
Oh no!
I'm
But-
just gonna take a step back. You're like,
What? You don't believe in me?
you just said you didn't know what it would do.
Yeah, but that means it could blow up the whole ship and we all fucking die, so. Like, this shit's powerful. So you see the block
We're
I'm
not
holding? It's like,
inspiring
it's
confidence.
about the size of him. Like, the half the size of shit. So it's like about 2 foot by 2 foot, like, circular, like, piece of green magical stone. And, he goes, like a gram of this shit I used before and made, like, pretty good, like, sizable firework. I did, like a firebolt sort of thing, like that big. I don't know what the fuck this thing's gonna do.
Hopefully kill a dragon.
Well, we
I
got no
hope you
choice.
don't blow up the ship.
Remus said we don't have a choice. Boom! And he presses the button. And he goes, fire away! And, let's just roll a dice real quick.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, that
Oh,
did
yeah.
not roll. There we
Hang on, I got you.
go. Okay.
Oh, the dice just disappears
Ooh,
under the ocean.
13.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, we're
Just
fine.
kidding.
Okay, so
I don't know what happened.
it doesn't detonate. It fires off, and you see, almost as if it's pulling in the electrons, like, in the air. It pulls electricity out of thin air into the cannon. The cannon starts cracking and breaking with green magical energy, like it's almost going to tear itself apart. And then it builds up and up and up, like the cannon's about to explode. And then, almost like a cartoon, it, like, goes and, like, shoots the thing out. It's this horrible looking, like, you're like, oh my gosh, we're all gonna fucking die. And then it shoots it out perfectly. And it arcs, and you see, like, shits like this. He's, like, waiting. He's like, oh yeah. And it goes, like, up, and then it hits the dragon right in the face. And you see a detonation of green electrical magical energy. Bigger than anything you've ever seen. Like, for your characters don't know what this is, but akin to, like, a nuke. Essentially, like, it was like boof, and you feel the shockwave hit and everything. You're like, what the fuck? And then you see all of a sudden, like, the green magical energies explode out, and then they suck back in, and a green swirling portal appears for a second, taking in the dragon, but you see it's like small. So the dragon's getting like crushed and brought in, like almost like the like diver thing of like if you're diving and it's like you have certain pressure over here but different pressure over here, you get like sucked through. Like that's what's happening with the dragon. He's getting like fucking sucked through and every bone is getting crushed and everything, and he just and then it explodes out again from that once the dragon's in the portal, and just magical green crystals go flying everywhere.
I haven't been traumatized in a long time, and that is something new.
Maybe we should have used that on a brig.
Fuck.
Where did you say you found that again, shit?
He looks at you with a devilish grin, and he goes, I found it in the Underdark.
Find more of it.
I can do that. I think we need to name it, though.
You're the inventor.
Well, it looks like it's got some heft to it, so it needs a good name.
You want my opinion? I'd call it Balefire.
I was gonna call it Warpstone.
Oops, that makes sense.
As I said, finders get to name the title, I would think.
But I think we named the bomb I made Balefire.
Whatever it is, produce some more of those.
Yeah.
I think they'll be useful.
Yeah.
We don't blow up our ship.
So, have you guys ever been to the Underdark before?
Haven't had the pleasure.
Let's say I've wanted to visit before.
Have you heard of a specific place called...
Give me a second, let me get that name right.
Ulando's Endless Pit?
I feel like I'd be there by now, because I'd be curious on what the fuck happened. Like,
Yeah, yeah, like you would probably be running up there.
I don't know what's the fucking.
with my wooden.
You guys haven't heard too much about the Underdark. You guys don't know a lot about the Underdark. You're very above surface dwellers. You would have never... Remus, you can make me a religion check to know who Ulundo is. It's very basic knowledge, like... And same with you, Tomon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
13.
No, you've never heard of Ulundo. You have no fucking clue.
I can give it a try as a
Wow.
cleric.
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't have to roll, Sidar. You know, you're a
Oh,
cleric. You
okay,
know all the
sick.
gods. Ulundo is also known as... let me get the correct terminology for you. Ulundo. Oh, she's a fucking... No, she's gotta be an evil god, right? Yeah. Ulundo the Corrupted. She's a chaotic neutral, goddess of corruption and traitors. Her symbol is a white rag with a black liquid dripping down it, covering Lythander's star. So it's like
that-
Lythander's star is his symbol, and then it's like dripping over it, corrupting it. She's kind of the antithesis to Lythander. Like, they fight a lot. It's not that, like, they're mortal enemies. Like Lilith and Luna, they're not, like, wrapped in a mortal coil. But they don't like each other, because Lythander's, like, god of purity, cleanliness, healing, taking care of people. And Ulundo's, like, corruption, and think, like, Nurgle. Like, she's a lot like Nurgle from, like, 40k. Like, she likes to fester and undead and corruption and that. Well, not necessarily undead, but more like pre-death sort of thing. Like, she would have loved Graham as he was like getting corrupted and like everything. Like,
She's more in the decaying part of the body.
Yes,
The
yeah.
preservation. I
Yeah.
don't know what it would be. I don't know what the reverse of preservation is called, but
well, she'd love to have you like suffer in pain for longer and longer and longer. That's how like she gets a lot of her power. is like keeping you alive. Like once you're dead, you're no longer corrupted, and
Oh
you're no
my
longer
God.
feeling that and everything. So she's
Totally.
seen as an evil deity. Yeah, she's like chaotic
Yeah,
evil. She's
she's
not
a
good.
problem.
Nobody
Oh,
likes her. But shit said that he went into a pit called Ulundo's Endless Pit, which as it's said, like you Sadar have heard tale of this. Ulundo made a pit in the Underdark where her most foulest of followers can go. And the idea is like anybody who's corrupted by her taint, her corruption, who's the worthless traitor and everything, can swear fealty to her by jumping in the pit. And by doing so, she will cleanse you of your corruption and you will be made new and stronger and become like essentially her chosen. But a lot of people just jump in the pit and don't come back.
Oh. And, you've been there? Shit.
Oh yeah, I crawled in it. That's where I found the warp stone. It's in that shit.
I take it back.
Well, I do. You've already told him you've influenced him.
I take everything I said back.
You take it. I'm not sure you can. He's gonna go do it anyway now.
Oh damn, that was fun.
I feel like Sudar is probably just starstruck with that. Like, that's crazy. So
Rat
you-
got your tongue, Sadar?
Gods no. But, so you've went to the endless pit of the goddess of corruption.
Ah, it's
Crawled
just
in it.
named after her. There's no... It's
Yeah,
superstition.
Superstition, yeah. Crawled in it.
Yep.
Found a green crystal. Crawled out?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily crawled out. It not necessarily crawled in. So, like, you see, okay. So, me and Thal, like, you know, Valdax Thal, he's the gardener. We were like friends, and everything. We like Graham a lot and everything. So we thought maybe the Underdark had some secrets that could help Graham and bring him back to us. So we went searching, and we heard about this green rock shit that could do a lot and everything. I heard of its properties and all that, and I figured maybe it has enough power and juice to bring the Graham back to life.
Oh my fucking god.
But under further study and examination, it seems like it's super volatile and it'd be really rough. So instead, I use it, and he shows like the top of his staff, which has one of those rocks plunged into it.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna check him for. I literally want to do like medicine check or something to see if I can see
Okay.
corruption on this fucking idiot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's fine, guys. What could possibly?
That is a 27.
There's no corruption on him. Not a single bit.
Oh, good God.
I should say there's nothing visual. There's no visual corruption. You could definitely, if Remus wanted to, still think, he's corrupted the mind. There's some shit there. You definitely could still have your suspicions, but physically, there's no like Graham had the physical
Physically,
corruption
okay.
that was horrible.
Right. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he like shows you it, and he goes, "Yeah, now I got the warp stone, and like in the staff, and I've been using it." And he's like, "Look, I figured out how to wield it." And he like throws the staff, like kind of like he's like holding it, and he's just like, "Wah!" And he throws it, and lightning shoots out of it, and it goes over the side of the ship, like goes, and it's that same greenish lightning and everything that he uses.
Just be careful not to make deals with God shit.
Is
It
he
won't turn
God
out in your favor.
Is he God touched?
Yeah, can I roll for that? Whatever we roll for that?
Yeah,
If
go ahead
this
and roll me
idiot
religion.
Became a god of corruption's chosen.
If I just
Because
drop
he's
the
trying to
dice,
get
that works,
Graham
right?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just drop the
Okay.
dice. Yeah, because there's technically a floor. I've just hidden it. Oh, damn.
I swear to God.
33.
With a 33, that is a critical success.
Oh, yeah.
And I will tell you, He is not God touched,
Thank God.
but there's some hue to him that puts him above the rest of them. He's not God touched, but some ethereal being is definitely monitoring him. Is like has their gaze upon him. That you're like, he's higher than like shit would be considered higher than the regular mortals you would speak to, Sonar. But he's not higher than you guys or equal to you guys.
Me as Mac, I am like crippled and dying inside from this, but me as Sidar is gonna be like, I do not understand how you have gained such eyes upon you, but you are... Well, I can take a guess, actually, but you're being watched by,
Yeah,
something higher
watched,
than us.
Me and Tomon talked about that. I'm being watched by Graham, the rat god of cheese.
Oh.
And Remus is just gonna
What?
fucking death stare. Like, if we're
Yeah, me
against, like,
too.
shit is over there in the middle, like, Remus is just fucking head out the side looking at Tumon, like...
He does a
Tomon's
little,
still
like,
gives
as
the
he says
thumb,
it, he
like-
does a little yippee, like, thing, like, where he jumps up and clicks his heels together and everything.
I wouldn't even know how to respond to that. I'm just looking at Tomon now, too.
I literally just give it trouble.
Oh, fuck. Well...
Listen, Tomon told me, he said that it could be a possibility. You're now saying that there's eyes on me. It's probably Graham watching from death.
Shit, you just need to be real careful
Yeah, that's that.
about
you know
attention you draw.
What am
Tomon's
I
not
if
agreeing
not
to.
careful?
That was not careful.
I don't
Let's-
believe I did.
I
try to
let
be
you get a
really
few
careful.
feet back in case it went bad.
You know, I was all the way at the deck, and I thought we were firing a normal cannon when I said give the orders.
Oh, no,
Like, I
no,
thought the ship
no.
was gonna split.
I call that, bale of hay. What'd you call it, Remus? Bale of hay.
Fine.
Bale of fire.
Yeah, that one.
Oh god.
We have to be careful about how you retrieve those materials now.
Ah,
I
it's
didn't know
fine.
what
Me and,
cost would be.
me and Thal do it. We're chill.
Oh yes, the gardener.
Yeah, he's got a little rope. I'm tied to the rope. He drops me down. I go down a little
Oh.
bit. I find the rock, and then he pulls me up.
So that's how you got out.
Very
Yeah.
sophisticated.
It's very easy. Very easy.
We'll have to talk about
Did
Listen, I
Jumping
did
into the
tests
endless
before
pit.
I just jumped in. I sent a rat down, and then I sent a few rats down, and they were all fine.
Shit, I'm
Did
not
the-
questioning whether you come out of the endless pit alive. I'm questioning the repercussions of jumping into God's domain and then coming back.
It's not a god's domain.
it quite literally is a god's domain.
It's
shit.
named after. If I take a shit and I say it's Lythander's holy shit, are you guys gonna freak out about it?
I mean,
Did
Tomon
Lythander
might.
actually take the shit?
No, I did, but I'm
Wait a
calling
minute.
it that. See?
That's a good question. Tomon, when you take a shit, is it white? Is it pure?
Yeah, focus on that. Yeah, Tomon. Yeah, get him.
No, that was a sidetrack.
And
We're
and
still
he
focusing
kind
on
of starts backing away with
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
staff.
As he's backing away, just Remus is just gonna look at him and he goes, "I'm not done. You can leave, but I'm not done with you yet."
What?
Oh,
What
man.
did I do?
You're treading in domains you don't understand. I have quite the knowledge about doing that.
You're like in bed with like 6 gods. Graham told me what you do. Some real
Yeah.
shit.
And I tried very hard not to be. That's why I'm giving you warning.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm fine. Unless it's Graham, and then I'm good.
It-
Is there a god of rats and cheese? No.
I mean, yeah, no, there's not. I can tell you the list of them.
Yeah, see, Graham could be that god.
What?
Not sure that helped.
Tomon said it would work, and Tomon's like the smartest guy I know.
And he's still, now he's just staring at Tumon, like, as he's talking to shit. And he's gonna let, like, shit have a go, but Remus just scratching his eye as he's staring
As you're
at
doing
Tumon.
that, he inches over
Yeah.
to Tomon. He'll like
pull at your gi a little bit, and when you look down at him, he goes, "Did I get you in trouble?"
Oh my god, no.
Oh, good.
Though you have seemed to embellish what I have told you.
What do you mean embellished? I asked, can Graham watch over us? And you said, yes, he could. And I said, could he be a god? And you said, yeah, sure, shit, he could be a god. And I said, the rat god of cheese.
In layman's terms, I didn't tell you shit!
God, but I said he could have made it to the library of the gods. Whatever you want.
What's a library of the god? What's a what's that?
Well, it is a place where special people chosen go after they die. I know.
So a library is where people go when they're dead? I thought that was called a graveyard.
Oh man.
I'm not helping you.
Spirits, not their bodies.
Remus just stand there the whole time, just gonna stand there and fucking stare at you as you're trying to explain this to him.
See, God, you're the cleric. You know more about the place.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Sidar, tell me, where do people go when they die? A library or a graveyard? Settle a bet.
Typically, I burn the bodies. Shit.
Yeah, but where do you put the ash? In a library or a graveyard?
On the ground.
On the ground in a library or a graveyard?
Outside.
And he turns to Toman and he goes, see, Toman, this is why I don't fucking ask him for shit.
Shit,
But
he
the
burns them
library-
where they stand.
Sorry. The library of gods is a place where the chosen of the gods, when they die, go to.
Wait, so if I die and I'm being a chosen, then I'll go there and I'll go to see Graham?
Oh my god.
But you are not a chosen.
But you said I
Graham
was
wasn't even
watched.
the chosen, apparently.
But you said I was watched. So if I keep
You could-
doing what I
you
was
could be
doing,
watched-
then
you could
I'll
be
be a
watched by a
chosen.
fae,
And
for
then I can die and go see Graham.
Alright,
No.
we seem to have the miscommunication.
Ah.
It's very clear.
This is
Shit, if you make a deal with the god of corruption, I'll kill you myself.
His face completely changes from the happy to like,
And again, I'm not here to create fear in you, but if you do that, I will slice you down right where you stand. To make myself completely
what
clear.
about it just to live?
You make one deal with that god, and I will slice you down where you stand.
What is the god's Graham?
And, can you, like, confirm this? Can you just give us proof of a new god's
It's just a
existence?
question. You said I'm being watched. Toman thinks it's Graham. If it was Graham, would that be okay?
Fine, prove it. Get some proof first before you, consult anymore.
I'm asking Remus. I ain't getting shit if I'm gonna die.
That's
Let
not
him.
what Tomon was saying. And secondly, it's best to stay away from any of those gods. Period.
So if Graham was a god and he offered me to be his chosen, I should say no, because that's bad.
Because you don't know if it's Graham.
But I could hang out with him and that'd be okay.
It would not be what you're thinking of. I promise.
Why
But
don't
it'd
you
be
hang out
okay.
with
You
one of
wouldn't
the
kill
other
me if I
rats
hung
on
out
this
with
ship?
one.
You need to focus on the life and plane you are existing in now. Shit.
But
Graham
what
is
if
gone.
this life and this plane is really shitty? Like right now, could we just hop into a different
Well-
one and skip this one?
Welcome to the thing called life. No, you can't. I've tried.
Fuck. That was the next thing I was gonna do with that shit.
It doesn't work that way. I know. I've tried. This is what happens. And he points to himself.
I have an idea. Wait.
and he starts scribbling different, like, magical glyphs and wards into the floor in a circular formation.
What are you doing, shit?
I gotta do it.
He walks over to Timon. You told him Graham was a god.
No, I never said that. I said he might be in the library of gods.
So
That's all I said.
just to be completely clear,
I did not say Graham.
we sent
I
you
think that's
down
a bit of a stretch.
to comfort shit, and then you told him Graham can be a god.
No, I did not say
The
that.
mentally ill hobgoblin, you told him he could be a god.
I said nothing of the kind.
He's just working behind while you guys are typing. He's like 3/4 of the way done with the circle.
You told him about the library of the gods. It's
Yes, I told him about the library.
Sidar, it's gonna happen regardless. He's going to do it anyways, so we might as well see what kind of shit show he creates. I don't know what else to tell you. I can throw him down the stairs, but he'll make it in the second deck instead of here. At least we get to witness what happens now.
Wait. Do you now want me to do this?
What are you doing?
It depends on what you're doing.
Oh, it's a teleportation circle.
When did you learn a teleportation
To where?
circle?
I told you I've had a lot of free time while you are off on adventures. You're not asking me to make you little gadgets like I said I would, so I got bored and I learned different things. This is one of them.
Teleportation to where?
Back home. Draville.
No. Do not create a teleportation in the middle of the flying ship back home to Draft.
Oh, no. This one's temporary. I use it, it's gone. I was just going to go back to Draville so I could get more rock.
No,
And
no.
I think we're okay on
I think we're set on rocks.
the
how do you
bonfire.
plan on returning? As
But I
well?
just waited Draville for you. Remus said we need more rock to kill Brain, so I go
But
get
you-
rock.
Shit, you don't understand. This is your ship too. We need you here to manage this.
Nah, Captain Hemingway's got it.
No,
He's a good
built
first mate.
that. He can drive it. We need you to handle repairs, tip-top management, whatever the machinery needs. I'm not one. With
Oh, you guys are gonna
hammers
love
and
this. You want to go
nails
see
and
the
shit.
machinery? You want to see how it works? And he kind of like runs over to the side of the ship and like points over the rocks. And you guys now see the rocks that are keeping your ship afloat are these massive green glowing pulsing rocks.
I love how we never noticed that until we asked you.
You did. I described them.
I
them.
know. It was just...
Yeah, we also didn't know what they were.
Yeah, you guys just chalked it up, I think, to like, they're magic rocks that make the ship work, which y'all as players and as characters both thought, which was fine.
I just literally didn't know what it was.
I
How
can
many
take
times?
them down if you don't like them.
Well, probably not
I-
while we're flying.
Well, no, not when we're flying. I tell Captain Hemingway to take us down to the ocean, into water, and then we sit in the water, and then I take them out, and then we're fine.
They seem stable enough.
Also, those aren't warpstone. Those are like I made I call them like conduits. So there's a little bit of warpstone in the middle of the ship that powers all the different crystals. It goes out to them, and then the crystals take the power and then they juice it up, make it good,
Lovely.
and then we fly.
And as he's explaining this, I'm just erasing all of the fucking.
Oh,
circles
yeah,
that he
that's
made.
fine.
Just kicking.
He's like not even focused on that anymore.
Yeah,
He's
I
tired.
know. That's exactly when he was like, that's why he was starting to kick stuff. Is because he was like perfect. Like he's ADD'd himself out.
You've just like called over a deckhand, grabbed the like bucket, and just chink.
Yeah, just immediately started washing the shit away, like as everyone else is focused on shit.
Right on.
So the captain eventually comes up, Captain Hemingway, and he goes, "By the gods, what the hell was that sound? I assumed you'd come back sooner, Sidar, but what happened? What was with the whole thing? I'm getting reports of an explosion."
Don't even ask.
We call it that.
Go on, no.
And shit turns around and goes, the warp stone! I use a warp stone!
Oh god.
What the fuck is warp stone? You know, green rock, I showed you how this whole thing works. Oh, yes, that thing, yes. Yeah, that's what I used. It's very volatile. Turns out it explodes when you throw it at shit. And he looks mortified as like, oh, there's one in the middle of the ship.
I did say you did not want to know.
And he just goes, I'm gonna ask my first mate to erase that from my mind. And it seems like the adventure has ceased for now. We should have clear skies until we reach the portal. You're free to go about. I'm calling off the battle formations, everything. And as he turns around, shit goes, wait. We need to go down to the water. Why shit? I gotta go collect it. That dragon, it blew up in a bunch of crystal. We gotta collect more. Remus wants more, so we can make a bomb to blow up a brain.
Oh.
And how do you know that dragon is made of the same crystal?
It was green.
It was green.
Yeah, no, it was green, yeah.
It was green. Crystal green. Also, I don't think the dragon was made out of the crystals, but the crystal exploded, and then we saw a bunch of crystals go out. So I want to collect the pieces.
Sure.
It's equally terrifying.
Sure, why not?
Oh, Captain Hemingway, don't let your people touch it. Remus and Toman and Sidar think it's some corruption god shit and everything. But they said I'm fine. And he looks at the three of you, like making sure, is that true?
I'm just like head down, just sighing.
For now.
I guess we'll see.
We can do nothing but wait now.
You guys had no idea when you grabbed this little shit in the catacombs how much of a pippin he would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Literally grabs the fucking orb of the Sauron. It's you.
Ryan did the
Alright.
full-on Gandalf. You son of a shit! Like,
You fool of a tooth.
Okay, so Captain Hemingway will do that. They'll do the cycle around. If you guys want to do anything while they're circling around the area and collecting these, they collect some big crystals, and shit will reveal something to you guys, like, at a certain point, unless you guys want to do stuff in between.
Oh, man. No, other than maybe repairing and shit, like, not much.
Okay. So, after a while, shit will come get you guys, and, like, get all three of you from, like, deckhands will come out and be like, the kobold is asking for you. And bring you guys all down to, like, the lowest part of the ship, the cargo hold, where you see, like, all, like, it's essentially the dragon in pieces, and he, like, a paleontologist is putting the pieces together to, like, show the full thing. And
Nice.
you can see, like, chunks of it here, chunks of it there, an arm, like, it's missing a bunch. But the noticeable thing is the skull. It's not a dragon skull, it's a giant rat skull. And he goes,
Rat dragon.
he goes, I don't know what this means, but you said if there was a sign.
So he's placing the dragon pieces.
He placed it like a paleontologist, like basically, like he's missing chunks of it, but like he's basically sectioning it out as a skeleton. With chunks, there's chunks of flesh on it with the crystals embedded into it, so that you can tell the dragon was made of these warpstone crystals. And then the skull, which is fully intact, is pure, like, it's bone. It's not like anything special, but it's fully intact, is a giant rat skull. Like a rat skull the size of a dragon head.
It's kind of frightening, actually. Sorry.
That's not the symbol of that god. Are they?
Avolando?
No.
I don't know. There's
No,
not a lot of
her
rat
symbol-
shit there.
Her symbols are white cloth donned in like black liquid. Pretty much an insult to yours.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one. There's lots of signs and posts when we were going in.
Really? You saw it in the place that was dedicated to her?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, it's almost like it's a god's place.
yeah.
Okay, well now you accepted it. I don't know where to push his buttons farther.
But what's
Let me
that?
just take
And he
over.
points to the skull. And he goes, did we fight a flying rat? Or did we fight a dragon rat? Or did we fight a rat? Or what the fuck?
I don't know,
That's a fantastic guess.
do we want to roll something here? Can we roll something?
God, I don't even know.
I don't know
what the fuck I would.
what.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Can I roll biology?
I mean, maybe occultism. I don't know.
Hey, if this
You
was like
can,
a-
if you guys would like to roll something to learn something, feel free. You can roll something. Each of you can make a roll.
That medicine. Gotcha.
Okay, medicine.
Let's see. Can I roll like nature to see if this was like
Okay.
genetically like modified or something?
Yes, you can go ahead and roll nature to see if it's a natural beast. Remus?
I don't try to see.
Alright, I could give the others information first, and then you can think about what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't really know if I have.
So first, Sadar, you were rolling medicine to check for what?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay, just
like biology reasons, I guess.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, just looking at.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. Did
So
a
what'd
rat
you get
fucking
total?
dragon and make this 25.
Okay, 25. That's what I thought. Okay, because it's reversed for me, it was 5 and then 2.
52.
Yeah, 52 is what I got.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, 25's enough. It's really hard, but this is biological in origin. This is a beast that seems to live and breathe. It's not mechanical. Like, you do know of mechanical things.
Mhm.
You discovered the automatons below Valenfrost. And you've seen the kind of steel men that, and iron men that, Mathalius uses in Valenfrost. So you know what a mechanical versus biological. This is a biological thing in nature. It has blood, it has tissue, it has like all this sort of shit. The only thing that's like seems foreign are these crystals for it. Toman, you rolled a what? Or you got a total of what?
I got a 30.
Okay, a 30, and you were looking at nature.
Yeah, nature.
Okay, so this creature definitely is not something you've ever heard of before, but like I told Sadar, this is definitely a natural born creature. This is not some like abomination that was made. The only thing that seems foreign to you are these crystals that seem like they're almost protruding from the inside of the dragon out. Like they were growing inside and then they broke out into it.
Like a corruption.
Possibly. You don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. You got one, Remus?
I guess I could do survival, but I don't.
Mine was kind of random too. It's any type of information, really.
Yeah.
6.
It's a rat dragon.
It's a rat dragon.
It could be. You don't know.
Well, I'll give you like a little bit, Remus. The rat skull kind of tips you off that even though the other two are saying it's like natural, the rat skull kind of makes you think that this thing was created somehow, because all the other pieces of it look like bones of dragon. And you guys have met a dragon, you guys know a dragon. Everything else looks like dragon, but the skull of it is a rat, which almost looks like somebody almost chimeraed a rat onto a dragon. You'd have to like have seen it in its pristine form to see if there's like stitching and attachments, but you're pretty sure that's what happened.
What the fuck?
So somebody's creating rat dragons.
I mean,
Well, so that's what Remus knows. So I will help y'all out. A little bit. That is completely false. Remus believes it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
to help you guys out, because in Pathfinder, when you fail a check like that, I am supposed to
forgot
give you
about
false
that.
information. But I do
Okay.
think y'all forgot about that, which is why I wanted to mention it.
No, I figured that.
I
Okay,
figured
okay.
it couldn't be anything good with 6. Yeah, I wasn't figuring
That's
that.
why.
That was...
I think that's why.
I was perplexed. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know, I saw Mac. I can't
I
really
was
see Colt because he was
perplexed.
turned. But Mac looked like, what the fuck? That's whole new info. Well, how the fuck did he get that with a
Well,
6? Like,
My mind went to who looked at a rat and a dragon and went, "Yeah, this is proportional," and just stuck it on.
well, that's
This
why I
should
said it
work.
wasn't supposed to make sense.
I know,
But like, you guys
no.
are sitting there and you're like, oh, this thing looks and you guys are sharing. And then Remus just goes, looks like a chimera, like somebody attached a rat head to the dragon. And you both look at him like, what the fuck?
That's fair. That's
It's
fair.
a living.
Frankly, I'm still in awe looking at it.
I thought if anybody, you'd get it. Sidar, you'd understand what it is.
You are making a fake god, and you think I'd understand that? Well, I don't know what this is.
It's a sign. We needed the warp stone because we gotta destroy brains. So Graham from the beyond sent a dragon with a rat skull in it to come to us to bring us the
Shit.
warp stone.
Shit, no. You know what probably happened? You killed the dragon with the warp stone. How did he know we needed one when we already had one?
Because he
It
knew we needed
probably-
more.
No. You probably killed it with the warp stone, and the amount of power and atom rearranging shit that it did turned it into a warp stone.
What the fuck's an atom?
I don't know. I made that up, frankly.
So we're
But,
just
like,
making
that's the-
shit up now,
It
huh?
is the best way I could describe what that shit did to this thing.
I'm telling you. No, it's a sign from Graham. I know it. I told you. I have to go back to Dravel. We have to go get more of this. I have to take this back. We gotta collect it. We gotta keep it here. You guys don't want it on the ship anyway. While we're in Florence, I'll take it back, and then I'll make a temporary teleportation circle. I'll go there. I'll bring myself back because you guys want me back here. Or second option, I can go into the Underdark and I can go search for more of it.
No.
I
think
have
this needs
Thrall.
more testing.
Your thrall is rats.
He's a druid. He gets shit. He's also
Oh, wait.
he's a drow too. Is that offensive?
I forgot
No,
that was
dark
the
elf
dude's
is
name.
offensive. That's what he said. But yeah, he's a drow. He likes to go down there. That's like his home, but he doesn't like the people there, so we get to kill anybody who threatens us. It's fun.
That goes back to my original question. What is he doing with this warp stone?
Oh, he's doing nothing. I just pay him. I pay him to come down to help me, to guide. Well, it started off I paid him in cheese, which he liked. And then when I told him that it was for Graham, then he pledged his unloyalty. He pledged
Unloyalty.
himself
Get him out of here.
to the powers of helping Graham. I told you, he really liked Graham.
Yes, you two are a very good influence on each other.
Yeah!
I think this needs a lot more testing.
Well,
think
obviously, so I need to go back to Dravel where I can test it.
Let's make the first test you teleporting with the thing, then why don't we?
Okay!
And I say
and
that
he starts-
sarcastically.
He starts scribbling.
No, I said it sarcastically.
He gets like 1/3 done, and then he goes, "You guys are sending really mixed signals here."
It needs to be tested in a safe environment.
Safe as Dravel. You want me to test it on here? This ain't safe as all.
It's absolutely not. You can test it in travel. It just needs to be small and controlled.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go way out into the forest where nobody is. Or, ooh, didn't you guys go up to the mountain? And you said there's nobody there, and I can't do more damage than the Elder Brain did.
I mean, that is Tomad's land.
That's a good point.
Yeah, right there.
Though, about getting more, you might want to refrain, but test with what we have here. I'll like motion with the
Okay,
dragon.
so I test this. I don't, and he winks, go into the Underdark and get more.
I'll beat you into a pulp if you do.
We'll have wait for our approval before doing that.
So I test. I keep a little journal like Graham. I'll explain everything. I'll do like Graham did, and then you guys can look at it, and if it's working and it's good, then me and Thrall can go down there. And we can go get more. But I can't go get any more.
No. You're
Okay.
not entering that god's domain again.
Okay.
He accepted that way too fast for that to be true.
Because he's lying. Is what he is.
We gotta lie to people.
Dude, we gotta babysit this little fucker for the whole mission.
So he starts.
Who the
He
fuck does
starts
he go down with, the
drawing his.
gardener?
You just shabber everybody.
He incinerate the chalk he has or whatever the fuck he's using.
Well, no, he's. You guys said he could go back. You guys literally told him go back.
Yeah, he can go back to
Yeah.
Dragon.
So
Okay,
he
we
literally
gotta bring
sets
him
it up.
this shit.
He takes as much as he can carry, puts it in
No.
his stuff and everything.
No.
You literally said he could take it.
No. I never said anything of the sort.
Well,
I was
Tomonte.
making a joke.
So you're like,
saying,
no,
Oh,
no, he's
yeah.
still shoving it
Fine,
in.
we'll let him
And
go.
he looks up at you and he goes like this. He goes, I don't listen to you. You
Remus,
hate
beat him.
rats. You hate
Beat
rats.
him, Remus.
And he puts it in and everything. And he goes, oh wait, I can deal with him. And he goes over and he goes, Rian, and he pulls out a rat and starts shoving it in your face, like towards you.
I'm gonna fuck up his line. I'm gonna ruin that goddamn circle.
You're just like, and like kick it and everything. It's already cemented, already glowing. And he's like, haha,
Ah.
you don't know how fucking magic works, dumbass. And he
glad
skips
that-
over to it and almost drops a piece of warpstone and catches it. And he goes, that's a funny little trick. I did that. I was
my
all in
God.
control. And then
Drown's gonna be a hole when we go back.
he jumps back in and he goes, so I can use the workshop in the mountain.
Yes.
Sweet! And he jumps in and he disappears. He comes back a few seconds later, grabs more, and that's like the second pack, and then whoosh, he's gone. And then slowly the thing will fade over time. He would explain to you that like this circle is gonna fade over time. It'll probably last like a day. And he won't use it, but if any of you want to use it, you can walk through.
At least you can teleport without complications with the stuff.
And as you guys go to leave, you guys are like, okay, I guess we're done. You hear, and you turn around, and he just drops off a bag, and then goes back through it and is gone. And when you approach the bag, you can smell the food. He seems to have like got a little like kit of food as a thank you to you guys from your chef. And it's each of your favorite meals.
Bribery. Bribery. But I will take it.
When the one labeled for Sidar, when you open it up, a little spring trap activates and a fake like wooden rat face pops up at you.
I'm going to be honest. You should have seen that one coming.
You know, I would have, but I'm actually quite hungry, so.
There's still
I
the
was
food
kinda
below.
hoping.
No, there's still
Oh, okay,
food. Yeah.
well,
Oh, okay.
It's just like you open it, you're like, oh shit! Oh, okay. And then you can like eat your food.
at least it's not a real rat. It's kind of bittersweet. But fuck him anyway. Just kind of.
You just see over in the corner a little rat just like There's rats of his that operate this place. They run around and everything.
No, but they're all tormenting me. Specific, God. You know
No,
what,
that
you
was just a
probably
funny
get.
moment where like
That's
camera
all,
pans
folks.
over. Yeah, this is it's for the audience, for us to enjoy. Camera just
Gotcha,
pans
gotcha.
over. Sidar has no idea. The camera just pans over to a little rat, and he's like,
God damn.
That's all, folks. Runs in his little hole.
What a fucking roller coaster. Jesus Christ.
He's gonna kill us. Shit's gonna
Yeah,
kill us.
probably.
We're
There's
gonna
gonna
die
be-
by our own idiotic.
I want you to mark this moment when you guys think shit's gonna kill you. I think shit is gonna be the one to save all of you.
Oh my god.
It's one of two worlds. Either he saves us, or we all go down in a green
He's
inferno.
the fourth. He's the fourth one of us we need to win.
He's the
Mhm.
fourth.
Prophecy.
The
I don't know how
prophecy.
much
Remus,
I
make a
like him
hunt,
jumping
brothers.
into the god's fucking whirlpool of death and corruption, and then pulling shit out of it.
God.
He calls it kobold fishing.
I'm sure he does.
Okay, so a day goes by. If you guys want to do anything or talk to each other or say anything, you feel free. But there's enough food that he gives you, like warm meals, for all of the crew to have and for all of y'all to have for the next like day while y'all
It's a
should
big
be
sack.
out.
Cool.
Yeah, like it's a big sack he dropped off.
Okay, that's big.
I'm just imagining a tiny kobold like pushing the sack into the teleportation circle, like just boom right there on the shit.
Well, you could assume by the speed that he did this at, it was probably his the teleportation circle is probably in your manor.
Oh, yeah.
Like you've
It's
never
fun.
been in Graham's room, so it's probably in Graham's room. Him and Graham set it up.
I like to stay in the kitchen and my room.
It's why shit can be all these places. It teleports
fair.
around.
Jesus Christ. That's disorienting. He's just consistently standing on a teleportation circle.
He's just like doof doof doof
Yeah.
doof doof. Okay, so day goes by, you guys sleep. So you guys, if you guys need it, you can have a rest. But I don't think y'all need it. The bomb rolled big enough that it just destroyed the dragon. I was gonna have it half its health, and then y'all were gonna finish it, but it rolled good enough.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty wild.
they're powerful. That's a homebrew shit.
I can tell.
It was originally called a warpstone missile, but now
would
it's
ima-
now it's balefire. Sorry, bale
I
of
would
fire.
imagine, I'd imagine it's pretty much a horrifying sight to watch a dragon being fucking
Be
pushed
crushed.
through
Yep.
a little wormhole in
Oh.
space like a goddamn underwater welder.
Yep. Yeah. Shook. I told you as it's getting crushed and it's like screaming.
Yeah,
in
no,
pain.
I pictured it. You're
Yeah.
good, but that's
Yeah.
fucking hard. That's why I said Zudar's traumatized for the first time in forever.
Oh, Sudar didn't see any of it. He just heard the terror.
Still traumatizing. Dude, can you imagine how loud a dragon's bone would fucking break?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that would be a
Yeah.
gunshot.
Yep. So, day goes by. Y'all are finished. Ryan, you were gone, so does Remus want to do anything during that day? Okay. No last minute calls to Mommy Lilith before you screw her over.
No, he has to prepare. Screw her over, first off.
Hey, I'm about to go to my side chick's house, just so you
Yeah.
know. I want to know
I
it's
told
over
her
between you.
in the beginning. I told her what I was
It's
going
not
to do.
cheating if I tell you about it, so
It's not
I'm
cheating.
going over now.
Listen,
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 it's
I
not
was-
cheating if I keep you on the phone during the whole thing.
I was
Ouch.
very present, and I told her exactly what I'm gonna do. I said I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna fucking push her to our side anyways. And she said, "Good luck, that won't happen." I said, "Okay, you watch."
Yeah, well, her specific words were to you, good luck, have fun. You're probably going to end up having to kill somebody or you're going to die. Like, somebody's dying coming out of that. You're not doing it with everybody alive.
Also that. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys finally get there. Captain, fuck, I have to say his name fully every time because I forget it. Tallard Hemingway. Jeez, it's not a hard name. I've just decided to make it hard. Captain Tallard Hemingway calls you guys all up early hours, like maybe like 5, 6 a.m. The sun is just beginning to crest. And as he's doing it, he calls as it's doing it, he calls you guys up. You guys kind of come up to the helm, where the first mate is currently on, and he goes, "Okay, so the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna have to do some incantations like the last few. I didn't bother you on those because nothing happened of it. But this is like make it or break it. If we fail this, then I don't know where the fuck we're going. So I'm gonna need directions. You can all follow me." And he goes to the front of the ship. You guys follow him. As he's walking, he'll be like, "Any questions or anything?"
I think we answered them like on the trip here, Captain. It was pretty straightforward.
Okay, I'm not too sure what's gonna be going on in there. Cause
Either mine.
there's shit going crazy. So even if we do get him, I have no fucking clue what's going on. So, without further ado, and you guys get to the front, he like casts his incantations and says his shit. Now he's not magical at all, but he knows these like secret passphrases and this little thing. And then he like pushes it through. You as magical people, all three of you know what magic is and you've seen magic use. He's not really doing magic, it's more like he's unlocking a door. You guys see in front of you like shimmering, and then all of a sudden whoosh, it like the seal tears and it's like falls open, and you see before you, it almost looks like the same background, like it's almost like it's not a pocket dimension, but it kind of is, of this floating city. So this is the floating city of Florence. Sorry, the floating fortress of Florence. It is multiple different islands that are floating, that are interconnected through different bridges. I've sent you guys a picture. The different islands, to give you guys a general reminder of the area, the different islands are all floating through magic. Originally, Florence was a nation. Florence was a continent that the nation of Sudan was part of. During the Runic Wars, long ago, the Deadly Five, which are the five big evil gods, lured their champions together and wanted them to make a sacrifice for them, and to showcase their power, they destroyed the continent of Florence. All the people who were out and about when the continent was destroyed were all refugees, didn't have a home. After the Runic Wars were over, Galen gave them a small bit of islands to live on outside of their zone, and then offered to bring them into their fold as a nation state in Galen. They rejected it. They wanted their independence. They became the nation of Florence, named after their continent that was gone. Soon Galen started pressuring them to join up, was like, listen, we can't just keep sending you guys supplies without you giving us anything in return. So they knew the pressure was going to mount and war was probably going to happen to take them over. So in order to secure their sovereignty and their security for the rest of the time, the magical meister that is Lord Grisha took the islands up into the sky with magic, using a bunch of mages and everything, and formed a school on the island. There's a massive magical school that trains most of the battle mages that are then distributed out. So this island houses, the majority of it is housing the magic school, Grisha's School of Arcane Arts. And that is for the different sections of magical people, go into different houses and everything. None of y'all have been there. Y'all haven't heard of it. But the best battle mages are trained here. They do allow, like, alumni to come back. They have a lodge for the alumni. And then it's also known for its very high-class lifestyle. The people that live in Florence, that have been allowed to become citizens, live in elegancy, live way higher standard than most people. It is also home to one of the most known, like, brothels / pleasure houses in the entire world, which literally they use magicians, like mages, to blow your mind in multiple sexual ways.
Hell yeah.
Like, they have all the bells and whistles.
Time to pay to get loved, because Remus can't get loved any other way.
You make bank there with the command spell.
The biggest export of Florence is their mages. They usually bring in mages and then they export them, not in a human trafficking way, but they're like, we have mages we can give to you. For example, like Cayenne, you guys are currently really struggling. You need housing for a lot of people. It's really rough. You could buy some mages off of them, pay them to take some of their trained mages that they have ready and everything. They would either rent them to you or they just sell them to you for a higher price. And these are not people who are now indentured to you. The mages can do whatever they want. They can leave there of free will, and that's part of it. But they basically take a contract to do a job for you. And if you want to keep paying them and you want to renegotiate that after the contract's over, that you can keep them on. Otherwise, they'll just come back to the school for another assignment, or they'll venture the world and sell themselves as mages. A lot of
I would do.
big politicians will get mages from here as bodyguards. The other big thing, because mages are powerful and they're scary and they get into dark magic, the other thing that's formed here is the Guild of Spell Swords. And these are specifically knights dedicated to hunting the mages that have gone rogue. So you buy a mage, they go rogue, they're evil, they're like Mephalius level, they do bad shit. You call them, and they'll bring in spell swords to take them down. Usually on the first part of the contracts, the spell swords will accompany the mages to make sure they get shit done, to negotiate on their behalf, all of that. And then after that, the spell swords will either go back or they stay with the mage if they really like them and hang out with them and protect them. And they're kind of like witchers in the sense of they protect the mages from the humans and the humans from the mages. Because magic's very powerful, and that's scary. So, y'all get on the docks. Y'all come in, and you, Captain Hemingway brings you guys into the docks and everything. But he does notice and does mention there's not a lot of people in the docks. There's not a lot of movement, not people moving around. And he said the docks are really busy. There's no other airship in here, and they only trade through airships. So there's not a single other airship there. So he mentions that's a little bit weird. And as soon as you guys dock, a full company of knights, full clad in their armor, come right down the docks to approach where your ship just docked in. Like, once y'all are in there. Let me give you what they look like.
Something tells me we're not guests.
So these are the knights. They are usually donning with their helmets are usually some symbolism of skulls. Not in the sense of, like, evil, it's just kind of decorative. And then they usually have trinkets on them from the different mages they've killed, which are usually notable mages. Like, if one of these killed a Serac, who's a very powerful mage, they would probably keep his skull as a trinket or something of that sort on them, so that you would know, oh, that's the guy who fucking killed a Serac. There's not been a lot of evil mages recently, so not a lot of them have trinkets. But the one up front does have a pauldron, 2 pauldrons that are skulls, that does come up. He is full with a cape, has a hood up, just like that picture. And this man strides up, is huge, massive. The only difference is he has huge horns that come up. He's a tiefling. And I will give you his picture as well. He has these massive tiefling horns that kind of curl up and around. Massive greatsword on his back. Another short sword at his side. And then he has a bunch of trinkets on his belt on the other side of his sword. He has a few different spell books. He has a hand that looks like it's been preserved. That looks like, when you get close enough to him, looks like a real hand. It is not some, like, thing. Like, it looks like he somehow preserved it with magic, so you can see a glow to it, a sheen, and everything. That's some very powerful mage's hand. He has a bunch of different necklaces on that give out magical hues and everything. His entire aura screams, like, magical energies. And you would assume, as these are spell swords who need to fight mages, they would use magic to fight magic. The other thing is their heraldry. So the heraldry of them is they all have this on them, which is the heraldry of the spell swords. This is their guild. This is their whole thing.
That's cool.
And it is the shield with a dragon behind it, 2 swords on either side, and then a bunch of magical runic symbols on the shield. And then it just says spell swords on it. Don't worry about the other words. Those are all the AI fucked up words. I tried to look them up, and they're not real words.
Yeah.
AI no good at some real words. Y'all get there. Captain Gallon kind of calls you guys over, as he's like, okay, well, we've got visitors, and big tiefling guy kind of steps forward, takes his helmet off, holds it to the side, takes the hood down so you can see him better. And he goes, I am Asmodeus Thrag, the general and current ruler of Florence. State your business here.
Well, we probably don't want to start off with I'm looking to piss off the moon god. So, Tamon, want to say your mind mages?
Wait, hold on.
Did you just say that in front of him?
Well, to him, like I'm to Tamon. I'm not
Okay,
walking down.
okay.
I'm
So
obviously
you like
not walking
whisper
in the big.
over. Okay.
Hey, bro, the moon god hates me, and I'm not doing that in front of him.
Kill the moon god.
I thought you were just
hey.
throwing it out there.
No.
I thought you were just, well.
He said the captain brought us like all together and was telling us about the thing. Obviously, I'm not walking for the big guy and be like, yeah, dude, the moon god fucking hates me. By the way, I'm
Hey, man.
happy to be in her domain.
I thought you were just doing a ballsy move, that's all.
No, that's for later. That's not now.
That's fair, that's
Well,
fair.
Timon will speak up. Well, I am the Emperor of Cayenne now.
Spectral instrument.
We've come to recruit some mages as we are rebuilding currently.
Ah, if I am to remember, it is Emperor Hattori Cayenne who is currently ruling, unless you
He's
are
dead.
somebody younger, as you look like possibly his son, the prince.
I am his son, Tomon Cayenne. I'm the new ruler of Cayenne.
Ah, was your father killed in the attack?
Yes. Yeah, you could say that.
Laughing through it. Yeah, I guess you could say that. He was killed in the attack. The guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, the new ruler just like, so what happened to the old one? I kind of tripped and fell during the old attack, if you would believe that.
I'll spare you the details. But, quite
Well,
chaotic.
Tomon Cayenne, we greet you. This is a trying time in the world of Aldeon. It seems the world itself is under attack by outside sources. Some sort of magical, powerful entity attacked Valenfrost when we were there, doing business, preparing actually to help our allies, Galen, in a war they said was coming up with your nation. I hope, as the new ruler, you've reconsidered that preposition of war, with everything going on, and plan to come here in peace.
Yes. I have no plans for war, considering the current circumstances of the world. But I'd rather not risk my people's lives.
Then we can be at ease. And he kind of turns around and goes, at ease. And everybody, all the soldiers had their hands on their swords, like ready to draw them. All essentially just go poof, and like stand at ease, all in unison. So you hear the clamber of the armor. Well then, new Emperor of Cayenne, I welcome you to Florence, but it is not a normal sight. This port is usually bustling with the common folk and the travelers and traders alike. I see Captain Tallard is your captain who took you here. We've seen him before, so we do recognize him. And Captain Tallard's like, ah, yes. And he like bows and everything. He goes, yes, Captain. We are currently under martial law. I have put the entire city under martial law after the attack on Valenfrost. We lost countless number of mages. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think we have that many we can spare in this time. As we are gathering our forces, we're not prepared for a war like this.
Well, any you can spare will be appreciated. We are also preparing what we can to help take out the remaining Elder Reigns. That's what we are calling them, at least.
Well, the person to speak to on that matter would be the ruler and proprietor of the School of the Arcane Arts. You can speak to their headmaster and discuss their amount of mages they have left. I will say, as far as the martial law goes, no one is allowed out after sunset. If you are traveling, make sure you do not travel alone, as that will draw our suspicions towards you. And because you are new here, we must make sure you are not housing any ill magics. If you are to get off your ship and venture into our port, then we must relieve you of anything that could possibly be used to attack our sovereignty.
We don't have corruptible stones. Why, no, sir. No, none of those exist here.
Are you going to take my hands?
What they don't know can't hurt them.
We do have special shackles that will reduce your magical potential when here. Yes. If you are a magical user, then yes, you are required by law to wear them under martial law.
Feel like getting shackled.
If you do not agree with our rules, then you may happily stay on your ship.
Not that.
That's unfortunate. Sidar, you're gonna have to get shackled.
I have no problem being shackled. I was just going to say that my power runs on faith, not magic. Lock me up.
So Sidar steps forward. They are going to do the test on you. So,
There's a
would you
test?
like to try to hide your magical abilities?
What? You can't. Well, hold on now. What is this? A breathalyzer? Like,
Hell yeah, it
Am
is.
I
It's a
peeing in a
magical
cup?
breathalyzer,
You have
baby.
no idea what this test is, but would you? I have a way. If you would like to hide your magical abilities, then you may do that.
I'm too proud of them to hide them.
Well, like I'm saying, spoof them for the machine.
Oh, I'm aware.
You can shove your magical abilities way up your ass.
Like I said, my magic runs on faith, not. Sorry.
Well,
We've got
okay,
so much
I would say
magic in
Sidar's not
it.
stupid. You would know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're talking about your magic, like magical abilities, regardless of
Yeah, okay,
faith-based or whatever.
Alright.
Like, if you want to be able to use your magic in here, and
Yeah, you gotta do that.
like you can hide it if you would like to. You can try, I should say. You can try to hide it.
What am I rolling for it?
You are going to roll a deception check to hide it.
Ooh,
The
Ooh.
deception check, you can't fail it, I should say.
It's only.
All it does is aid you in your check for magic. So if you'd like to do it, you totally can. If you want to hide your magic, if you're just like I don't care, I'll take the test. That's fine.
Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna take it.
Okay, then go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, yay. Come on, low number.
Okay, let's consult the book.
Devil's number, baby.
You die.
Never seen a mage as powerful
Okay.
as you. You immediately get fucking
So
fucked.
they bring out a magical wand that seems to have multiple different levels to it that spin around in circles. They cast it at you, and you kind of sit there for a moment and feel a wave of magical energy go over you. And the man looks at it and goes, "He's clear."
Okay.
Next, and they'll look to either of you.
Oh god, they have to scan us. Jesus Christ.
So I will say both of you have magical energies. You both have magic that you use.
Yeah, I fucking know. I was.
Come on,
trying to
guys.
come
If you'd
off
like
as
to
a
hide it, it's
fighter.
the same thing. You roll a deception check. Jeez, deception check. If you'd like to hide it, that can augment the roll, or that can augment the DC for the check that you're gonna make with the D100.
Oh, it's not a stealth, it's deception.
It's
Is
deception.
it like completely hiding it, or just like?
It's hiding it like that. Like you're basically gonna suppress your magic for a little bit, and then you're while they're doing this device.
You're making yourself
Yeah.
look too
So I will
weak.
tell you because Sadar did it. The check is a 50-50 check. So you roll the you roll the deception check. As long as you get over a certain number on the deception check, you lower the DC on the D100 check. Because it's usually 50-50. If you get above a 50, you're good. If you get below a 50, then it's bad
Okay,
and they
sick.
catch you.
I mean,
So Sadar's fine. He got seen as has no magic. Even though he does have magic. The device is not 100%. It's not a great device. That's the
Right.
idea.
it's a terrible.
It's a experimental technology.
Boy.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I won't because I have a 1, so it doesn't matter. We'll just hope that they can't tell where the magic is coming from. So they fucking...
You barely have magic.
But probably, like, I don't know. I can't be like that big of a...
What's your total for deception?
It's a lot. I'm trying to decide whether I want to reroll or not.
yeah.
It's a plus 17.
It's plus 17 to the roll?
It is plus
Then you're
17.
fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. So that would be a 29, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what that does is the DC is 20. Everything you go above 20, so you can re-roll it if you'd like to. Everything above 20, you minus the roll. So you got a 29, so you're going to minus by 9. So as long as you get higher than a 41, you're good. If you get a 41 or lower, then you're bad. So you can roll the D100. So you got it barely above it, but had you not done the deception check, you would have failed.
That's
So-
crazy.
They scan you, they don't find anything. Now Remus's turn.
I'm just the emperor. I don't do any magic.
Oof.
So they detect magic on you, Remus. So they're gonna require you to wear a... Of course it's fucking Remus. They're gonna require... Well, you could use a hero point if you'd like to change that roll. To re-roll it, if you want to. Otherwise, they are gonna make you get shackled. And you're gonna lose all your magical abilities.
Go 1 lower here.
We'll take them off. We'll take them off later.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah. they
Okay,
can fucking try
so
to
they'll
shit.
put it on you. You immediately feel every single magical item on you, the tattoo, everything does not work. Your cloak has no abilities. Nothing works. They completely silence your magic. This is a
Yep.
bracelet that basically gives an anti-magic field. So it shuts off everything.
Can I watch how they put it on him?
It is just a bracelet that goes on him. They cast an incantation, and it binds itself to him. And then they tell Remus, they'll explain to you, whenever you are ready to leave, they have no problem removing it. You get on your boat and you guys leave. And everything. But while you're here in the city, because they've detected magic on you, you can still go about the city and be fine. They're going to keep an eye on you because you have weird fucking magic. But as long as you cause no issues and you're fine and you're with Toman, who's your ward, I mean, you're his ward, then you're fine.
Okay. Alright.
So with that, they're going to leave, unless you guys want to say anything else.
Where is this person we're supposed to meet? Or where the Emperor is supposed to meet up with?
They told you in the school.
In the school.
It is the headmaster of Grisha's School of the Arcane Arts.
Okay, cool.
If you guys want to know about the town, the captain or General Thrag could tell you.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Ask him, though.
Let me see, like, a rundown.
Okay, so they'll explain to you guys, if you guys are looking at the map that I posted, y'all could download it to zoom in better. Because it's at like 8K downloaded.
I don't know if you want to ask him where that house was or not, Remus.
Well, you'll probably get your answer here. You guys also know exactly where it is.
Oh, okay.
Like, Tomon saw it in a vision. You just track Tomon. So you guys are right at the port on the eastern side of the map, where those ports are. Next to you is Florence's Port Authority, which is essentially there. You can go there to do all your stuff. They have a few different vendors and marketplace there, but those are completely closed due to the martial law. Through that, you'll go through the farming district, where they have magical farmers who grow enough food at a super fast magical rate to feed everybody on the islands. Every day they grow fresh food. Like, the baker needs wheat, they grow that wheat that day, they mill it, and they give it to him. All through magical means, so it's fresh. Every day food is fresh. Animals, they grow them at an extraordinary rate, with summoning magic and some golem work and shit like that. Crazy shit they have. Like, this is like a city of the future sort of thing. So the farming district is very interesting. They'll also explain to Utomon they can sell farming mages specifically that are good in design and know these spells and know these skills to help in case your place is going through a famine or you have food supply issues, which you currently are having an issue with right now.
Cool.
Going past that to the next one, you can go to the magical markets, which is where they sell and trade magical trinkets, magical items, that sort of thing. They're usually open, but because of the martial law, they're closed. But that is where you can find some real good stuff. The Alabaster's Theater is there as well, which is the very notoriously well-known theater by the bard Alabaster. Think like Volo, but for this world. Like, very famous bard, very well known. He's a historian. He keeps track of everything going on, and he does plays. The most famous play he's ever done is the telling of the Runic Wars and the fight between Ajani and Valandris that he toured the entire world with, and everything with his troupe. And his troupe stays at his theater, Alabaster's Theater, and they put on shows. Very well done. That is open. You can go see shows there if you guys want one. The inn, which is the inn that you guys as adventurers, as people coming in, can stay in if you wanted to, is Novak's Inn of Desires and Delights. He'll explain that Novak is just a bear person that owns this particular inn, and he has a intrepid love of adventurers, so he offers it to people that are coming in and out and everything. And most of the time, he can give you a discount on your stay if you were to tell a story from your adventures.
Jesus.
Above that, I have a typo, and it says lower townhouses, which is not true. That is the Spell Swords Barracks. Those two blue buildings with the ladders on them. Those are the Spell Swords Barracks. That's where they train. That's where they're housed. And General Thrag will tell you, go there, and you can find him at any time. Deeper south is the Lovers District, which is a specific district of just housing its people who live here. And then the Heartbroken District, which is a second area of housing where people live. Those are just two different areas where houses are, where people live. Up above to the north is obviously Grisha's School of the Arcane Arts. There's three different districts, the Koporki, the Atharki, and the Materialki. And that is the different schools of magic. So like for like wizards that train themselves for magic, sorcerers who have the magic built in, and then like warlocks who get it from a patron sort of thing. To the east of that is the I always want to say aluminum, but it's not. Alumni Lodge, which is where alumni of the school can go, and it's rooms for there. It is said that house is very small, but has infinite number of rooms. And anytime you go there, the first door is always your room, because it's a magical house. You can always stay there if you are an alumni. And next to it is Everos's House of Pleasures, that very famous brothel that everybody knows about. You can visit that if you'd like to. We're not going to go into anything that happens there, but you can definitely spend lots of money there. Have your mind literally blown. And then up at the most top west is called the Heavens District. The Heavens District is a district with a few different houses that they would describe that are each dedicated to different gods. This is where you would have seen in your vision. One of them is dedicated to Luna. So there are four. One is Lythander's house, Mirak's house, Lyra's house, and Luna's house. The general and the captain both would tell you stay away from Lyra's house and would basically say it's basically a front for a brothel. So Lyra is the goddess of... Let me get it correct. Yeah, Lyra the Lovely. She's the goddess of love and beauty. So it's a house dedicated to her followers and a place where people who worship her can go, but a lot of it has to do with sex and orgies and all of that. The other house is Lythander, which is obviously dedicated to him. They built that specifically. It's mostly dedicated to Ajani and has a massive statue up out front of the Leonin Ajani killing and slaying Valandris. And it is dedicated to him getting revenge for the death of Sildian and Florence. And that's mainly why they built it. It's a good, they would say like a good history lesson if you wanted to go there. And the people there are very nice, very welcoming. Mirak's house is the multiple islands with the wizard tower sort of looking things. And that is basically a massive, it's a place for people who quest for knowledge and magic, who want to learn stuff. A lot of the mages built that essentially as honor to their patron god Mirak, who is the god of magic. And so a lot of magical artifacts can be searched up there. A lot of magical spells can be searched up there. You can look up a lot of things there, and a lot of the mages there know a lot of stuff. They're very smart. And then the final one is Luna's house. And this is described as a pilgrim refugee refuge. Luna is the goddess of the moon, but she's also the goddess of pilgrims and refugees. And this house was made here specifically dedicated to the people of Florence who were refugees at one point, and then were able to recreate their culture and their city in this small area. So they built the house dedicated to her. And they would explain to you that her followers are usually very nice. They're welcoming to newcomers like y'all, and you could definitely be welcome there.
Yeah, we will be.
And Remus probably makes some snarky comment.
No, not to him. He's too business.
So where do y'all want to go?
Yes.
Where? Oh, the whorehouse first. Tomon's like, listen, I'm... how old is Tomon? Like fucking like 19, 20?
Around there,
Yeah, I think by now he's like 19, 20. He's like, listen, I gotta wet my whistle, guys. Just quick adventure. In, out, like 5 minutes.
In and out 5 hours, and then I'll be out of here. We'll go back to the school.
No, it just keeps increasing. It's like in and out 5 minutes. Don't worry. In and out like maybe an hour, maybe like 2, maybe 3, maybe a few days. I don't know.
10.
I'll see you when I see you.
Listen, you guys handle this Mephalius crap. I'm gonna be in here for a while.
I'm not leaving. I got money to spend.
Go.
I got a royal treasury to ruin.
I got coffers that empty.
Guys, I just came into a lot of money. My father just died. I got money to spend. This is the place to do it.
Came into a lot of other things too.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay. I probably the school of the arcane arts.
Yeah,
Sure.
that or the end.
Set up a room first, considering like what time is it now?
Like y'all
Probably-
could just live on your... You guys have rooms on the boat. You guys can just live on the
that's
boat.
true too.
You don't
Yeah,
have to go to the inn to stay there. That's just in case you guys were getting dropped off here and we're gonna be here for a while. Like he had to go repair or something.
Gotcha. Cool.
Or a lot of people will come here as adventurers. They'll hitchhike. They'll like be like, hey, you're a smuggler or you're a trader. Let me hitch a ride on you. You're going here. I'm gonna go there. And then they get off here and then they stay at the inn. You can get some information there if you guys are looking for information. But like you
I
can,
am a
you guys
little bit.
can just beeline it to Luna's house if that's what you want to do too.
I am looking on information specifically for Edgar. So
That would be the place to do it.
I guess. He didn't mention a library anywhere, right?
There is Mirak's house, which is like a haven of knowledge and magic that you could if you wanted to.
Right. That's in the heavens.
That's in the heavens. There's also Lythander's house, which does have a lot of history to it, that those people would be knowledgeable. You could ask them. And then, if you're specifically trying to get information about Edgar, you can go to Novak's Inn and ask them, have you ever heard of an adventurer named Edgar who was Lilith's chosen? Like, if you give him enough information, he might know something.
Well, he was Luna's at one time, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out his Luna history.
Then yeah, then
Specific.
you could go, yeah.
Ask around.
Okay, so it could be Merrick's house, Lythander's, or the
Yeah.
You know, the best thing to do is go to the brothel, hire a woman, and say, "Sorry, I only want 30 minutes to talk to you."
You talking about that dumbass mission in Cyberpunk?
Yes, dude.
I was thinking more Detroit Become Human.
Oh, my favorite part of that mission is the people that scream the safe word at the first sentence. Just like, "Ugh."
Yeah, she's like, I know you. They're like, nuh-uh. And then she's like, you've been troubled all your life. We're
Safe
like,
word, safe
bananas,
word, safe word.
bananas, bananas. Okay, I will start up with Merrick's house. If there's a whole house that it dedicated to.
Okay,
God.
so we can skip up there. So you guys go through the city. You kind of see it is very quiet. There is still people walking around, but not as crazy as like Captain Tallard would have said it was. Like this is a bustling, busy city. This is a city of commerce, of trade, of money. Money exchanges hands like crazy in this. This is a capitalist's wet dream. Like gold is exchanged consistently for loads of things, and people will trade for secrets. They'll trade for information. They'll trade for money. They'll trade for swords. They'll trade for magic. All this sort of shit. Yeah, right.
I also want to see. He said we'd be followed. So like as we're kind of
No. He said
through-
you guys would be checked on in case you guys did anything bad. Not necessarily followed. Like they leave you to do your own shit to like go through and everything. But he was basically giving you guys a warning of like you now have somebody in your stead that is magic. If you guys do some crazy shit, we will get involved. And he said you guys already started on a bad note because you're from Cayenne, and Cayenne currently was going to war with Gallon, was working on that and everything, so he just doesn't know the geopolitical scope of all that. So he's like, if you guys try to like do anything and are trying to take us down so you can take Gallon down, it's not going to be an easy fight. Yes,
Okay.
Mac.
Is his armband like a fucking ankle monitor?
Yeah, that's I
If
was.
we
Yes.
cut that off, is it gonna? Okay.
You guys have seen the D&D movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this the ones they got on there. Like it's just locked by a magical seal. So if you wanted to like remove it, you would have to use magic to try to undo the magic on there, which would be very difficult without the spell Dispel Magic.
Got you. Sucks Graham isn't here.
You
is-
could cut off his arm.
Ooh,
Honestly?
that's a solution.
And then heal the arm.
No, there's no healing it. Like,
Yeah, I can cauterize it afterwards. It's all good.
yeah, he just have a stump there.
Well, what is the
We'll get him a
what is the
magic
bracelet
arm.
made of?
Magical metals.
Okay.
Like, there is like I said, there is no way for you to remove it unless you unwind the magic on there.
Or cut off your hand.
Yes, or cut off your hand.
Okay, well I can't do that. I'm gonna
I
need to
mean,
do
And
something.
you're just not
Yeah.
No,
You're
I
a coward.
specifically am trying to do something that requires wielding two magic at the same time. I need both of my hands to do that.
I mean, I could cast heat metal on your bracelet. It won't do anything, but it'd make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's do that.
I
That'd be
can't summon
fantastic.
snakes in your pants as well. But it doesn't help anything, but it
Yeah,
can make it
like-
uncomfortable.
I guess I could.
You're like bringing up ideas, shit just pops in. He's like, I can blow this shit up.
You're
Well-
eating crystal on the way out of it.
We have the wishing quill.
Oh shit!
Oh,
God.
I
damn!
wish
Oh my
the
god.
bracelet falls off.
That
I
would
wish I
be
never
one
had the
hell of a
bracelet.
way to use the wish.
That would be
That would, I mean,
so
if they.
wasteful.
Huh?
But yeah.
Did you say that'd be a waste?
Yeah, it's a be that's
Just-
so wasteful.
Wish for 2 more quills and then do it.
Okay. Well, no one in our party can do anything magic, unfortunately.
No. Both of
I
them
don't think
can.
so.
You just can't.
Like, yeah, we're both magical. We just
Yeah.
don't know the words for it.
Well, I guess, I mean, unless your arcana is fucking big, but, like, I don't.
It's not. My religion. I can
got
pray.
5 rerolls. I could probably.
Your best bet, like, I actually think Ryan's right. Your best bet would be to use the wish to remove it. That's
Yeah, that
probably
really is.
the least resistance way.
Honestly,
I mean, that's the
Okay.
least resistance, but that is a hell of a waste of a wishing quill that a god gives.
to
Is
be
it?
fair,
Depends on what
Yes.
your end goal is with everything with Luna and Lilith.
No, I mean, the end goal is to get them together, which will happen. I just have to do it in her house, and I have to be unclipped of my.
Yeah, so maybe
To
the
be
wishing
fair.
quill you have to use for that.
I don't really see a better way to use the wishing quill that's not like a catastrophic change that we'll have to like go back and rewrite something, right?
I mean, I guess that's an easy enough to where, like, it can't be devil advocated, really. Kind of like I want it to fall
No,
off,
I'll
and
be
it
honest
does.
with you as a DM. There's not much I can do with that, and I don't really care enough. Like, you
Yeah.
can just wish it and be done. Like, the negative is you're wasting the wish on just removing an obstacle.
Right.
Mhm. I mean, that's up to
Okay.
you, man.
Well, then, if we're not being followed, he will kind of pull everyone together, and he goes, "I'm gonna need to get this fucking bracelet off.
Why don't you just talk to Luna about it?
I could try, but I don't think she's going to help me. I'm currently going against her wishes. We have the quill, but I'd rather not, unless I have to.
Personally, I'd say that as the last resort.
I guess we're here. I can tell you my plan. I don't know how this is going to work or not. I'm gonna wield both gods' magic at the exact same time. I'm gonna cleanse my cloak and free Edgar, because Luna wanted her in a trade. I give her Edgar free without anything. We'll see what she does with that, but I'm gonna do it in her house, in front of her Moonkist.
Sodar's just kind of like blinking at you like that's a mouthful.
Who's this Edgar guy?
I know. I have to sort knowledge. He was apparently her champion, way far ago, and then got trapped in this cave with Lilith at some point. So, yet again, using an unwilling god's magic to break myself out of her deal, to then give her her champion back. I don't know if it's gonna work, gentlemen.
There has been crazier thoughts in history.
This is the only way I see to get these two gods on the same page. And if I do it in her house, in her blessed place, she'll have to look.
I can't argue that as a cleric. They would notice.
So, anybody want to give this fucking bracelet a shot?
Heat metal.
That's it! He just, Sidor just flies up the... like in the
Sidar goes,
world.
"Oh, let me try," and he casts the instrument, and it goes. Damn, that didn't work. Got no ideas.
I need to focus. A little trumpet pops up in the air, and it's just like, god damn it.
Ba-da,
Roll
ba-da-da-da-da.
my hand to see if I can like figure out the phrase away from the song.
It is going to be extremely difficult, but yes, you can. You definitely can.
What he says extremely, you need a 40. How do you? Oh, you have 5?
I
Okay,
have
all right.
5 rerolls.
We're gonna
5
be
rerolls.
using the God's Wishing Quill to get
No,
this
no,
to
he said he
happen.
has 5 rerolls.
Oh, okay.
It's a +9, but it's 5 rerolls.
That's a +9.
Well, you need a
So I
natty
will
20, basically.
tell you. You need a nat 20 in order to figure it out. Just so you're correct. Yeah, the DC would be 30, and you currently can't get 30, even if you roll a nat 20. So you'd fail, but then you, because of that 20, you'd upgrade to a success.
You're good at stealth, right, Remus?
Yeah.
Just
Sure
tell him
am.
you're leaving. Get him to take it off and sneak back.
That'd be
No,
deception.
no, 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 no. They'll take it
That
off
would be
once
deception
all of
first.
you are on the ship and are ready to go, and then they'll take it off from him, and they will watch you guys leave. They said that. They said, like, if you try to pull any of that shit, they'll just be like, nope, wear it. Like, it is martial law. It's not a joke for them. This is, like, real serious.
Well, make an initial roll at least. I don't see any harm.
Yeah, could always give it a try.
I'll give
Do
it
it,
a
fuck it.
If you critically fail, that's what's really bad. So you do just fail. So you're trying to like pry the spell apart and everything, and you
I'm
like
gonna give it a
you
couple
can't get it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
feeling.
spend 2.
Oh, okay. 2 rerolls. Okay,
That'll
nat
be
20.
my limit.
We need a nat 20,
I'm
baby.
feeling it.
Or a nat 20.
That's a nat 1.
Not that one.
It's a
The
nat
other one.
something.
I hit a 1.
God,
another
damn it,
18.
close.
Damn, wow.
What does Max say? All gamblers are like really close to success.
Yeah.
They always quit.
I forget what I even said.
Most
Before
gamblers
they win big.
quit right before they're about to make it
Yeah.
big.
98% of D&D
Come on, Colt,
players
use a third
quit
one.
before they roll a nat 20.
Alright, I'll use the third one. God damn it!
Damn,
another
3 18s in a
How
row.
many-
Bro, that's gotta be a higher chance in itself than you just rolling a
Yeah,
nat
man,
20.
honestly.
Yeah. I have an easier time talking the guard and then just taking it off. That's a plus 17.
Honestly, yeah, talk to the mages and see if one of them can fucking.
We'd be like, oh, I think it got measured wrong. He doesn't actually have any magic.
You know what? That's a good start. Why don't we go start talking to them head?
Let's talk.
Yeah, let's start
No,
with
no,
the
no.
school of mages here.
yeah.
Let's see if we can talk them.
Hear me out. Let's start with the school's mages. We'll accept whatever quest he gives us. We'll barter your bracelet off, then we'll do Luna. Sorry, you'll do Luna and Lilith, hopefully.
We'll do this.
Alright, well, we'll
I'll
break
do
for
the
the midway through break while y'all discuss what you're doing. All of this is getting
That's all I
cut.
wanted.
And I'm gonna do the same thing I usually do where, when I said all of this is getting cut. I'm gonna cut it right there so it starts with that. Okay,
That's
so
fun.
y'all were planning on going where exactly? Because we broke. I kind of left before I like. Okay, to the mage college.
Yeah, to the school to talk to
This
the dude.
the Grecia's School for the Arcane Arts.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So y'all get there. Where are you specifically going?
I guess this one we need to talk to the leader guy and actually see
Yeah.
if secure.
Oh, you guys are just gonna seek out an
Yeah.
audience with the headmaster?
Why don't we start there?
Because that's what you said, right? Like, if he's actually legitimately trying to, because I think Timon is actually trying to get mages too.
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
I think the headmaster is who we said we could deal with.
Yes.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Sazuze. Okay. So you guys request an audience with the Grisha Neverwinter, founder of the school, mystical master, and most powerful mage in all of Aldion, second probably to Acerak. Like, this is a guy who could go toe-to-toe with... Yeah, sorry, this is a gal that could go toe to toe with a Serac.
Okay, cool.
So you guys sit down. This is a normal, like, think like Dumbledore's office from Harry Potter. That's like the easiest way to like do it. Like somebody will take you and everything. A lot of books, a lot of magical artifacts and everything. You guys kind of stand up there, and she like is working on something. A like intern, some person like says something to her, and she's like, just give me a minute. And then she finishes up. She comes over to you, and this is a kind of plumpish, older lady. She's human, like kind of a darker skin tone to her. Definitely looks aged, but not like ancient. She definitely looks younger than you expected her, knowing when Florence took flight before any of you were born, before your parents were born, before your parents' parents were born. Like, she definitely should be dead, but you assume because she's a mage. She has prolonged her life a little bit through magics and everything, and she's kept her younger glow. She looks about, probably, I would say, like 50 to 60s, is what she looks like she's in. She's probably, well, she's most definitely over 100. She looks at all of you, like, kind of has her little glasses that she kind of squints with, and she goes, you fine young gentlemen have found your way to my school. What can I do for you? My apprentice said something about Emperor of Kaya?
Yes, we are looking to.
I will have to stop you there. I do just want to preface this with Florence has held a great alliance with Galen for much time. If you are trying to gain mages for your war with Galen, I'm sorry, but we can't really do business. I don't want to be seen as somebody who deals to both sides.
No, not at all. I very much do not want to have a war with Galen. That was the past emperor's doing. That is no longer on the plan.
Good. Okay. So, then what is it you wish of me, then?
Well, Kayan's been through some shit, and we are currently rebuilding our capital. So I would like to hire some mages to assist. I know it's been some hard times, so you don't have as many, but any you can spare would be very helpful.
What sort of hard times has Cayenne gone through? I was not aware of these. I thought you were fairly well off. Your nation was prepped for war against Galen. You were gaining power. What's happened to your great nation?
Well, surely you've heard of the Elder Brains by this point.
The magical attack on Valenfrost. It happened elsewhere too.
It seems to have happened on all the continents, besides here.
Oh, this beast, you call it an elder brain. It is mighty with magic, very powerful. I could barely get mine and my people out of harm's way before it was too late.
Yes, ours emerged from a mountain and also managed.
Yours? There's more than one.
One on every continent, I believe.
Oh shit, this is way worse than I thought.
Oh, incredibly. And it's all
That
that
means
bastard
3 are
befallen.
left.
So you suffered the same fate that Valenfrost did in your capital city of Cayenne in Quetzalcoatl Curry.
That is correct.
My condolences to any you lost in that. In Valenfrost, I can still hear the screams of the brain tearing itself from the foundation and the people. It was it was quite a sight.
I'm sure. I'm sorry for the losses you must have took.
Well, I do believe if this Elder Brain issue, if you said you've killed one, and you dealt with the one on your continent, then I'm assuming you're planning to kill the rest. And if you would do that, then we would be indebted to you. You would be doing a great service to the world of Aldion. And I think I could put all of my mages on the forefront of protecting and taking care of anything, any reconstruction effort we could be full throttle into.
I would greatly appreciate that. Our capital was quite devastated, and we are in the middle of completely rebuilding it.
Okay. Well then. Ooh, kitty. Now I have to go to a big camera so we can see kitty. Sorry, I got distracted. Well, then it just seems there's no need of commerce between us, as the deal is struck. If you kill the Elder Brains, then I will give you as much as I can spare to help in the reconstruction effort of whatever happens with Valenfrost and Cayenne and everything.
I do have one additional request. We are looking for, what were they called again? The artifacts?
Runic weapons.
Runic weapons. We are currently looking for runic weapons to aid our battle against the Brains. And due to a vision I received from Lythander, there could be one here.
Well, it would make sense that the god of purity and champion would select a champion trying times once again. It has been a long time since Lythander's chosen a worthy successor. Anything we can do for you, well, as long as you can prove you are Lythander's champion, you aren't trying to steal the valor of a important individual. Is there anything you can do to prove you are Lythander's?
Well, perhaps this cloak will be proof enough. I'll kind of show it off, and like it's as Lythander, he's the god of purity. It always stays clean. I don't know.
Can I,
enough.
on that note, can I, like, dump wine on you or something?
Yeah.
Just come up behind you and, like, fucking Gatorade you at the end of the football season.
He dumps dirty wine, like...
Bro's fucking thirsty, I guess.
While we're talking about the wine, the cat's just drinking.
Just
So,
going in.
as you say, like, it always stays pure and clean because it is a gift from Lythander. Sidar behind you dumps dirty water, like a bucket of dirty mop water over you. It drenches you. So, like, your head, your hair, all of it's drenched. But the thing gets completely drenched and then cleans itself magically, like... And all of a sudden, you're all clean. But your head, your hair is still drenched and smells a little mop water.
Oh... It's just your clothes?
Yes, it is just my clothes.
I could have sworn it kept you clean, too.
It did
I'll just kind of like try to like brush it off.
She's just clapping and laughing hysterically.
I kind of help him, like, fix his hair.
You, like, bring the fire up to, like...
Yeah.
Like,
oh, actually, you know what? I have a spell called Draw Moisture. I'll just, like,
Ooh.
fucking do that and steam it off.
Nice. Just... You, like, steam it all off. She's just laughing, clapping the whole time. Like, Grisha's loving this. She's like, good show, good show. That is one good cloak. And she kind of, looks through her eyeglasses again. She goes, I was pretty sure you were in, league with the gods. I can see you have a runic weapon. You as well. And she points to Remus.
Ah, yes, the three of us are god touch.
I'm seeking the runic weapon of Luke, which is why he asked.
Ah. But you don't wield Luna's runic weapon, so what god do you wield currently?
Oh, I'm the champion of both. Luna and
Interesting.
her sister.
I've never heard of such thing.
It's an anomaly. It's
You
both.
are an odd bunch. Well, as you've proven, Lythander's champion, and we owe a great debt to Lythander's champion for preserving our way of life. A Johnny, may Lythander rest his soul.
May he rest in peace.
What can I do with you on the runic weapon front? I don't have any to give, otherwise I would.
Our friend here, his plan to get Luna's weapon requires him to use a little bit of magic.
Oh, and let me guess, the spell swords got to... Yes. Thrag is an overzealous man. Him and me do not see eye to eye, and he has used this event for his political gain. Here, and she recites an incantation, and the bracelet falls off of you.
We appreciate
Hey!
it. I understand the caution. But
Oh, I have no need for those. I disagree with them entirely, especially on mages who have proved themselves to be good and merciful. That, you know, for the most part, magic isn't dangerous or evil as long as it's wielded correctly. It's the people sometimes that get the wrong magics. And even those, sometimes we can teach them to wield it in a good way. There are many of my students that those like Thrag would consider evil that I have taught, and I have shown them the way to use their magic in a good and beneficial way to the world of Aldion.
a woman of culture. He's just nodding along the whole.
Thrag is a man of the old ways, a man of the sword, a man of... His ways are needed, and it's why I keep him around. Otherwise, I would have done away with him a long time ago. But he does protect us from the civilian populace, and the civilian populace from us, as we're very powerful, and our magic could perceive us as a higher class than them.
Well, I have to agree with your way of thinking. I very much agree with that. But the lockdown, was that his idea?
Yes, like I said, he used it for his political gain. He wanted to fight and combat the beast that was rising from Valenfrost. I, being a little bit more magically inclined, could sense the psionic disruptions coming forth and could see what was happening around, and I barely had us escape into one of the pocket dimensions before it completely controlled our minds. There was a few seconds when we were here that I believe it spoke to us. It commanded us to bow down to the blue kobold dragon.
When you have these bracelets, could you not reverse engineer them to block sidekick magic? They can take all magic away.
I believe maybe something could be worked out, but it's finicky magic. It's not something we've invented. It's something we've used for so long. The actual artificer who invented these bracelets long ago died, and we've just been continuing to use them because they work. Like I said, a time long ago.
We do have an artificer of our own.
You do? Is he highly skilled?
Ah, yes?
He's a little wacky, but he's...
All artificers are.
Okay, well that's a good mindset to keep in mind then.
I'm gonna take the little bracelet and close it on my wrist. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang it on my little.
Yeah, you're gonna close it on your ankle this time. Got it.
Yeah. Wait, my magic.
My bad. Can you remember?
Yeah, so you like pocket it so you could like have shit look at it.
Basically.
Well, feel free. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all I had. If you ever need assistance from us, please let us know. We can,
What was that place Mephiles was so fucking obsessed with? God damn it.
What do you mean?
That portal that he had, and then that place he was trying to go to.
Oh, long ago in Isabel's Tower?
Yeah.
You guys have no idea what that place was.
No, we do. The house on the hill. Unless you gave it to, like, me, like, us or something. I'm not too sure.
No, I'm not sure. I know he was trying to get to the library.
Someone talked about it. It's not the Library of Gods I'm talking about. It's something else Mephiles was interested in.
Yes, I can give you the name they gave you for it.
You know what I'm talking about now, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew enough for me to give you the name, not that you, like, I didn't want to give you the wrong thing.
No, you're fine. I fucking forgot, of course.
Yeah, well, it's a lot to remember. This is session 23, 24.
Yeah.
Dominus Umbarum is the name of the place. It translates to House of Shadows.
That's what it was. Thank you.
And that is the house. You can assume, like, you can put two and two together. That is the house you saw in the portal in Tower Isafel that he fled to. You have no idea where it is, but you know the name.
The person behind these elder brains, if you want to call them this, had a keen interest on a place called the House of Shadows. If you have any inkling or information on that.
Dominus Umbarum. You are speaking about Mephiles, then.
You know of him?
I know tales. I am a proprietor of information, mostly magicals, but in my age, I've studied many things, and there's one being that transcends every bad thing that happens across all of Aldion, and that being is Mephiles. I assumed he was to blame.
Being.
Can he be killed?
There are tales told that he's dead, but he always seems to return like a cockroach. I don't know. I don't know what his reasons are either. They're sporadic and different. The oldest understanding that I have is a primary source who was a survivor of the great coup of the Dragonic Caliphate when Orthros III took his throne, that claimed Orthros III was not a dragonborn that we know him as a conqueror and uniter, breaker of chains, who did away with the caste system and brought upon the Great Fire Crusade, but was instead a changeling named Mephiles, a avid acolyte of Nokris.
Sounds like our guy.
That's a big role to fill in history.
Yes, it is. It's a primary source, so the person who gave the accounting was there and claimed that them and their compatriots tried to fight off Mephiles or Orthros III before he rose to power, but some of his compatriots were swayed and each of them had to fight each other to swear fealty. In the end, he was one of the only survivors, and he accounted his retelling to a few people, wrote it down, and we have the primary source document that supposedly he wrote.
Oh, okay. Jeez, that's a lot of work.
Your god's a bad guy.
Yeah, we've known that
Hey,
for a
hey,
while.
hey.
Yeah. He's bigger bad guy. Fucking kobold.
Mm-hmm.
He's a super bad guy.
Super bad.
Okay, well, that was all about Patholius, but what about the House of Shadows?
Dominus Umbarum is someplace in the cosmos, in one of the planes of existence. It is said to be a house of shadows, a refuge for thieves and rogues, a place housing a great evil, many different things. It is more of a nighttime story to keep children in check. I didn't think it was a real place.
We've watched him retreat into it.
Then I guess it is a real place.
Well,
There's tales that Mathalius resides there, and that is his home. That is where he comes from. That is why the name has been associated with the man.
that would make sense. Very well. I'm satiated. I'm actually gonna
We
go
asked
fix
about the
my
runic
drink.
weapon, but she didn't say anything about it, right? Other than like she didn't really have information on it, sort of. I didn't really get.
Well, what did you want to ask her specifically about the weapon? Because I think I may have just not heard it and let other people say
She
questions.
said it was like a really
Just kind
strong
of like
weapon.
tales. Yeah, if she's heard of it. Sort of
Oh,
like-
okay. If she's heard about the like weapon of Luna.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, the weapon of Luna is a very known sword called the Moonblade. It's bestowed upon her champion, most notably her Moon-Kissed, which is usually interchangeable with her champion. Her champion, for the most part, is female, and is her Moon-Kissed. The Moonblade is a version of a Vorpal blade. It can rend the soul from the body, making sure the individual will never resurrect.
Interesting.
It was very useful when Luna's sister Lilith, her champion, tried to destroy the moon and remove it from our skies, and in doing so, Luna's champion took up the Moonblade one of the first times and rended the soul from the body of the original champion of Lilith and stopped the plot to destroy the moon.
Do you happen to know of that champion's name? Lucas.
I must have it here somewhere, and she's flips through, and I'm gonna roll a dice to see if she has it.
She says Edgar. Oh my god, am I completing his story? You know how fucking masterful of the story that is to fucking bring it back full circle and go, no. You're not destroying the moon, I'm fucking freeing it instead. That's a hell of a fucking
I do
circle.
have the story here, and she pulls it out, puts it on the table, flips through it, and everything for a few, and she goes, this. You were asking for Lilith's champion, correct?
Luna's.
Oh, Luna's
The
champion.
sister.
Luna's champion is Alan.
Out of curiosity. Who was Lilith's?
It claims here his brother, Poe.
Alan versus
Alan and Poe. Here, I'll put it in there.
Oh.
Oh, Poe.
Like
Alan.
Poe.
I thought it was literally Ho. Yeah, H-O-E
Yeah.
is what I was like.
Alan
alright,
and Poe.
That's a very unfortunate name for that
It
guy, but alright.
mentions Alan was a poet before he joined, a bard of sorts, before he joined Luna's Moon Knights and became her champion. And Poe, his brother, was a great warrior who Lilith chose. Sort of gladiator.
She had a type.
What was that?
Nothing of consequence.
Sure it wasn't.
Fucking gladiator. Interesting!
She, like, takes out a book and writes down jots a little note or something.
This weird ass guy said Lilith had a type.
And as she types, she goes, "And your name, sir?"
Do I like? No. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna own both of my names.
She took your bracelet off.
Yeah. Remus Whisper.
Remus Whisper. Okay. Duly noted.
That might be important. Or go to history. Depends.
I feel like both are rather important here.
Dude, I love the idea of she writes down your name and you go, "That'll be important in a little bit."
Maybe. That's why he was like, it'll either be real important or it gets lost to the chapters because it won't goddamn matter.
But yeah, she'll write that down in the book, slide the book over, and go, "Anything else?" And she puts the Luna Lilith book back up. And the book is intricate. It is separated in half on the spine. Half of it is white and like pearlescent and everything like moon, and the other half is pure black. And she puts
like I'm about to be.
Not half black, half white.
I'm about to be both sides, baby. Half black, half white. I'm about to have so many cards to make so many jokes.
I don't know. I feel like I don't really want to ask too much about my god in this place.
Oh, really? You don't want to ask the people
Come on, you don't
who
know.
suffered at the hands of your god?
Nah.
I feel like it's a great time to mention that you're also a little
aren't you,
follower
like,
of the
alright,
Flame
those
Boy.
people?
Because Nokris, just so
No,
you know,
no,
is
no,
part
no,
of the
no.
Deadly Five. She's one
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
aware she
most
is.
notorious goddesses and is hated vehemently by a lot of people.
I'm working on that.
I'm working on. I'm bringing the reputation back. Boys.
I think
It'll be
Sidar
okay.
would know to hold his tongue here. I think
Okay.
you know, like, Florence is a place where if you
That's-
were to let yourself be known as Nokris' follower, they would immediately put shit on you and be like, "Nope, out, get out."
That's what I figured in the beginning, but
Yeah.
I figured I'd state it anyways. Okay.
Anything
Yeah,
else from her?
I'm good.
Hi. Well, and she will let you guys go. Oh, go ahead.
Do we want to ask her about the stone?
Oh, the warpstone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if I want to be
What was
announcing to
that?
whole other nations that we have a fucking cannon
We
that
have
can
a
blast.
nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying we.
So
Listen,
we have this thing called Warpstone. We also have this thing called shit. He's like our Oppenheimer. The Warpstone's like our uranium.
Yeah,
I think you
know
can
what?
see what's about to
And
happen.
he kind of marries
know
it. He
what?
also like jumped into the corruption goddess's pit of hell to go and grab this thing. So
You're
just
right.
in case you had any
You could
information.
ask about the rat dragon.
Q said it himself.
Oh, we
It'll
could
just
ask
show her
about the
himself.
rat dragon. The
Shit
rat
like
dragon
handles
would be
and
good.
stuff.
How did we go? We ran into a stray creature on the way here. It was a head of a rat and a body of a dragon. Any chance you've heard of that before?
Her eyes narrow. Interesting. She writes a few things down, jots some stuff. And she goes, "We've had a few encounters of odd monsters and creatures. We assumed it was from this incursion on our world. But we have had a chimera with one of its heads as a rat. We have felled a few
Was it wrong?
a few different creatures with different heads, all replaced with rats.
What the fuck?
This is Graham's doing, I know. This is somehow related. Graham, dude.
Oh man.
This is somehow related to the Black
It's
Hand and
really
Graham,
bad.
and I hate it.
Oh fuck.
See what you did? See what you unleashed upon the world when you fucking died, isn't it?
And I love it.
I told you guys that session when Graham died, that like fade to black and the words come across the screen, Graham will return.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's everywhere now.
He's just, yeah, everywhere I see, there's a rat skull that reminds me of him.
You got the green hue coming off your face. It's raining.
So is that it for y'all?
Yeah, I assume.
Okay, so she'll send you off. She will give Tomon. She'll give you a sending stone. And this is specifically to her, and this is like basically her telling you whenever the fight comes, you can call them in. So whenever the final fight for everything, you can have the Grisha's mages are behind you.
The final fight? Not,
Yeah.
Not only.
No, for
So,
the
like,
final fight.
First couple
Like-
brains, no help. The last one.
No,
yeah.
no dice. She's not there for the fucking. You've got to prove that you can kill a couple of them, and then when she gets the last
Yeah.
one and everyone
Then she
sees and
comes
it's
in
a
help once
mid-world
we've already
Independence
figured
Day,
it out.
then they want to be seen. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, who's gonna help somebody who's gonna be like, I can beat up the biggest guy in prison? He's like the scrawniest one there. You're not gonna fucking back him up until he proves it, right?
Well, her basically, if you would inquire, her essential reason is she doesn't have a lot of mages left. Whatever you call her for, she will help you if it's a brain. But she will probably lose enough mages in the fight that you better make it worth it.
Got you.
So, like, you
That
can
makes
call her for one of the smaller brains, but it's gonna be... She's probably gonna lose enough of her mages that she won't be any use in the final fight.
Got you. Cool. Alright. Alright.
sound logic. For sure.
Okay, so you guys head out. Where are you going now?
In the temple?
Okay, to specific... So you guys are heading up to the heavens.
Yeah.
Well, and then I want to go to that one, the Kier's house.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was going to ask. So you guys are going to go to Mirak's house.
Mirak's house. Yeah. Because I want to dig as deep as I can on.
Okay. So you head into Mirak's house, and this is the main housing unit. Is a single, like, kind of wizard library looking tower. You go in and there's books all across. The place is much bigger than you thought it was. It looks like kind of a smaller building, but when you get in, you're like, whoa, this is grand. There are two floating islands behind it that are tied by rope bridge that do go to other towers. Once you go in, a very, very old, long white beard mage kind of flies over on this big, giant mage hand that he pulls down and comes to you guys and goes, "Oh, yes. I am Anorak, the great mage, and what can I do for you in Mirak's house?"
I'm looking for history, I guess. History of gods. History of Luna specifically.
History of gods, history of Luna. Have you ventured over to Luna's house of refugees?
Not yet. I just wanted to see what general facts I can pick up about her story.
Okay,
Before I
well,
left her.
you're speaking about a god here, so there's lots of stories, lots of history here. So what specifics can you narrow down for me?
Fallen champions, runic weapons, the tale between the two dynamic sisters, Luna and Lilith.
He kind of scoffs a little bit, like sips his tea, and he goes, "My dear boy, you're in a lot of deep shit there. Okay, well,
What can I help you find? This stuff. Whoa, those are some topics, but whatever.
so I think I can find you some tales about Lilith and Luna and the dynamics between the two sisters. Um, I don't think there's too much that you might not already know on there. We don't have any deep texts on that. Fallen champions. Do we have any? And a little like tiny dragon flutters over and lands on his shoulder, and he goes, "Ah, Pericles, is there any books on Lilith or Luna champions? Now, fallen champions specific, yes." And he kind of like the tiny little dragon, which is a pseudo dragon, kind of tilts its head, and then it breathes like some fire, and does some cause, and he goes, "Ah, okay. Pericles says we don't have any books specifically on those. It seems that Luna requisitioned most of those to her abode."
I see. Well, it seems I'm barking up the wrong tree.
Anything else I can help you with? You're friends with?
Unless they want to learn about gods. Come on, Sidar. Sidar. So this Noxus thing, not that I'm interested and or affiliated by any way with this god. I'm just very interested in what
I've thought about that. Don't worry. Perhaps something on the Great Fire Crusade. We're trying to learn something about the Orthros III character.
Ah, yes, Orthros III, the scourge of Faldaria. Pericles, do we have anything on him? And he like flutters off and comes back with a book with so on the front of the book, which you can see because he's got the spine in his mouth, on the front of the book is kind of a poorly drawn map of Aldeon, with a flame in the middle of it, like burning the entire map essentially. And so Pericles drops it down and he grabs it and he goes, "Ah, yes, okay, Great Fire Crusade, yes. Yes, this talks about the Great Fire Crusade. What specifics about it do you want?"
That's a good question. Perhaps also on his runic weapon, maybe locations on where he's fallen, because we still are looking for runic weapons in general.
So, when it comes to Orthros III, it's said that he fell in Faldaria, where him and, let me just get the right name, because I don't remember who fought him off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet, King, Dan's call for Durgan. Okay, when the great dragon rider Durgan, the fire-tongued, took him and his dragon riders to fight Orthros III on the plains of Faldaria, where most of the armies had met. The great civil war of the Dragonic Caliphate happened, and it was said that Durgan and his dragon, who claims have been made that her name was Charlotte, fought against Orthros and his dragon Feralax. And when the two came together in a mighty fight, it could not and would not end, and so the gods intervened, killing both of them, and merging the dragon's soul into a god, which is where the birthplace of the god Charlotte was born. It is the only ever recorded birth of a god during our time. And the calamity that caused all this created the great dragonic lake that presides in Faldaria that you can visit. Although Faldaria is a rough continent now to visit. So I assume that is possibly where Orthros III perished, but not a lot of accounts of that, and most of them are fleeting at best.
Very well. Anything on the runic weapon he used?
It is said to be a great warhammer of Nokris to turn the very rock into molten lava. Raise volcanoes from mountains, that sort of thing. It's what allowed the wastelands of Gith to become the volcanic wasteland that it now is. It used to be if you look at the histories and the old maps, it used to be an island nation of all the different islands. It's actually interesting, the Dragonic Caliphate usually held its power through small governors of dragon riders that would preside over an island here, an island there, and the royal family of Orthros I and Orthros II would preside over all the dragon riders and divvy out the land and everything. When the great royal family was slaughtered and killed in the coup, and Orthros II and his family were all killed, there's a big schism in the nation as to who would rise to power, and the church of the 36, because there was only 36 gods at the time, had to take control of it for a time being. That is what a lot of historians would say led to the inevitable rise of Orthros III, the prophet, the zealot, allowing this area to become religiously infused with the vigor of Nokris and allowing Orthros III to make it into the volcanic waste that it is now, and then turning to Faldaria after.
Very well. That, I am satiated.
Come on, ask me more. I could use some. I sit here with books all day.
Go on.
You don't have to if you guys are done.
Just shoot him another question.
I just don't know what like there's life in the bed and all like questions.
Ooh, why don't you ask him about the scribe?
Oh, Denier?
Yeah.
What do you want to ask him?
Don't know. I just brought it up.
Here, just go around hitting up. Wish Quinn was on
Yeah.
the phone.
What's with that man?
Yeah, we'll do that.
You know?
I would say if y'all don't have any specific questions, then I would just move on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Alright, so to Luna's abode, I'm assuming? Or are you gonna make another stop on your way to drag out this arc?
You can go to Lythander.
I didn't drag anything. I
know what
thought
you're
that was a
doing,
pretty good
Ryan.
idea.
I know Ryan's dragging ass because he
I'm
wants to
not dragging
procrastinate.
ass.
He
I
doesn't
thought it would
wanna
be a good
fight.
idea.
He's
He's not fighting anybody.
Ryan's over here
Yeah.
scared.
Why don't you go to Lythander first?
Yeah,
And
Ryan's
then
over here
talk to him
scared in his
My
boots.
Vader already said, "Go fuck me." Basically, he's literally like, "Go fuck yourself." Like I'm not doing.
He didn't say that. He just said like his daughters fight and quarrels between them.
Yeah, which is go fuck yourself nicely. Like no, I'm not.
He also said you already have all the info you need.
Yeah,
He was very helpful.
that is also true.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. The Coca-Cola Bear God came down and went, but the brightness has always been
He said
you.
he said two major things. He said his daughter's fight is between you and them, and he said the information that he gave you is all you need to know.
Guess what, Ryan?
You just
Lilith
gotta
and
not be
Luna-
stupid. You gotta
Lilith
Listen.
and Luna aren't the goddesses of moon and darkness. They're the goddesses of love and friendship.
Could you fucking imagine? dude?
Mac, can you please
and
not
shit.
ruin the arc before I get to
Oh,
it?
shit,
Damn,
my
jeez,
bad.
fuck me.
Could you stop revealing shit?
I told you that in
Guess what, guys?
confidence.
Bro, you're gonna come up to the final arc and you're gonna fucking Care Bear the shit out of your chest.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't believe you said it was dragging this out. I thought that was a smart idea. To
No,
go
no, no.
to the
You're totally
ruination of the
fine. I'm just
God's
giving you a
house
hard
before.
time. I've no
I was
care
so
how
proud
long
of
it
myself
takes. I
until
was
you were
just
like, nah, dude, we don't have anything. And I was like, God damn.
Alright.
Alright. Let me. get
listen,
fucking
Ryan. I
nice
know
with
you.
my
You want to have all the
nice.
cards in your hand before you play, but I'm not going to give them to you.
Tired of it. Give me a little bit.
I'm telling you, you have all the cards you need. You have a full house. You just don't know. You just
You
can't
just-
read that
The
one.
power was alongside you the whole time.
No, you're gonna be so pissed when it happens. Okay, so you go into Luna's house, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I bet.
So Luna's house is the massive church-looking building up in the heavens, off to the leftmost side, the western, like northwest corner.
Is it
The
blue?
church.
It's two-tiered?
No, it's a church. It's a church-like building.
Oh, it's the one
Yeah.
with the red roof, the
Yeah,
big-ass
yeah,
tower?
yeah. The church
okay.
building. It is a big, massive building, like long compared to all the other ones that are kind of small abodes. But it doesn't look necessarily like. Not that it's not well kept. It just doesn't look like a elegant, extravagant place. Like you look at Lythander's place, and it looks extravagant, elegance, marble. Massive golden Leonin metallic statue out front, like that sort of stuff. This looks like a humble like farmer's home. And as you guys enter in through the door, these priestesses, which are all female, wearing these white robes. They're not necessarily pure white; they're more like moon white, like a little cream tint to them, with Luna's symbol all over it. They kind of approach you guys, and you enter into this foyer, where you can see there's doors behind you, and then there's a single kind of like baptismal, like Catholic baptismal in there. That's like a small little fountain of water. The two priestesses walk up to you three and go, welcome, weary travelers. What can I do for you?
They have books here, right? He said that before.
He said they sequestered the books, yes.
Do I just go to the kissed face and just say fuck the books?
Just wishing to expand our knowledge of the goddess Luna.
Well, you have traveled the long way for this, and I am grateful on her behalf of your travels. As Luna is the goddess of the moon, she is also the goddess of pilgrims and refugees, travelers, such as yourself, as I don't recognize any of your faces. Before we can let you into the inter sanctum and everything, we must bless you in Luna's name.
This is
Just-
gonna go well.
God damn it. Just under his breath, just Remus, do not fuck me here, Luna.
So,
I thought you wanted that.
they'll start with
After.
Toman, because Toman, I'm assuming, looks like the most like
What did
you've been holding yourself as the leader. So they'll come over to you, Toman, and they'll go, weary traveler, please tell us, how have you lost your way?
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, I've lost a lot of people.
That's
I know
unfortunate.
recently.
Oh no.
We can feel it in you. You have lost someone close to you, dear to you, yes, on your weary travels. Luna blesses you. And they like pour over, like they take a cup and they pour it over.
Oh,
And the
God.
other one like recites an incantation, and a small line of what seems like moonlight comes out of nowhere and descends down upon you. And then they say like you may wait for your friends, or you can go through the doors, you're good. And then she goes up to Sadar and goes, and you, weary traveler, what have you lost on your way here?
My lunch on the airship with all the rats around.
No, something personal. It is this is
I
a sacrifice you will give to Luna to show that you are vulnerable and willing to enter her holy sanctum and receive her help, her blessings, but you must first give her something of yours. I ask you again, how have you lost your way? What has been lost to you on your path?
I have seemed to lost this 10 gold in your pocket.
You just dropped. They have no pockets, so what do you do with the gold?
Put it in her hand then.
So she like has her hand out like this. You put the gold in her hand, and she goes, "Why, we appreciate donations." And she'll like kind of put her hand back towards you. For you to enter Luna's
You're not
most
getting away,
holiest of
Sidar.
sanctum, you
I
must
tried.
give her
Sidar.
something that you have
Like to wait
lost.
outside. It's perfectly okay.
And the other one
No.
kind of whispers and goes, "Sister, I believe that this one has lost his way a bit more than the others." She goes, how do you say, sister? What does Luna speak to you? And she goes, "I believe this one has lost a lot of his faith in the coming weeks. He seems to have not be as devoted to the goddess's work as he once
No.
was."
Bananas! Bananas!
And she goes, is this true? Have you lost your faith, traveler? Did you stray from the path that her moon-blessed path that she spread out for you? Go ahead and roll me deception.
It's not deception if I'm accepting it.
Nah, you're reluctantly accepting it, and you're kind of lying. I assume Sidar's not taking any of this to heart.
Not really.
Yeah, so it's deception.
Alright.
My man's went to cloud for 2 seconds and immediately went, safe word! Safe word!
Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna use my hero point.
Ooh, he's gonna use his hero point.
Might as well use it now.
Use it or lose it.
Exactly, baby.
There
Let's
you
go.
go. Geez, the 18s, holy shit.
I know a lot today.
There's been 5.
22, baby.
Okay, 22. Yeah, so she goes, yes, sister, he has lost his way, his faith. But being blessed by Luna's light, you will once see the moonlit path in the night. And she pours over the cup, and the moonlight comes down, and she goes, you may go inside or wait for your friend. Tomon, have you waited for this, or are you going inside?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Oh.
This is like Remus's thing. I gotta back up.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to see him go on fire. Just him and Sidar
Yeah.
standing at the door. I want to see him burst into flames.
I want to see this shit.
Sidar's like poking Tomon. 5 gold says he bursts in the flame right now.
$5 says he dies right here. They're all like, they'll take
And
down
so
15.
the priestess go over to you, they fill their cup, and they go, "And you, traveler, why have you come to kill the Moon-Kissed?"
I've come to do the impossible.
The impossible is what?
Rejoining the moon and shadow together.
So you come from her, then.
Correct.
State your name, traveler.
Fuck you, we ball. Remus.
And she looks like she's waiting for the second half.
You have to have the second half, if you already know.
Just to make sure.
Because there's another flesh one running around his little whisper veil.
She pours the cup over and he goes, "May Luna's light bless you while you are here."
Do I get a little moon like everyone else?
Yes.
Yes!
But as the
Yes!
moonlight shines upon you from the darkness below, shadows creep up, and everything and coalesce around you, and it looks like as if where they meet in the middle of you, they're fighting almost.
That's cool.
That is cool.
And both of them stand back.
Robert Downey Jr., baby.
Both of the priestesses step back for a second. The one with the cup drops the cup in shock, and they both go, "She was right."
Fear
And,
not,
Go ahead, say what you want.
children. I'm gonna fuck with this church so bad because if I'm gonna pay for it, so are they. Fear not, my children. You don't have to fear the shadows any longer.
So you both just kind of
He's gonna walk
walk
past
out of the
them.
way. Yeah, you walk
Yeah.
past them, you push open the doors, Aragon style, in Rohirrim, like, boom.
Everyone's like, he's alive!
But you push it open, and in front of you, you see a disheveled church. A not well kept together church. Throughout the pews, you see people have set up little kind of camps and not tents, but like camps that they're huddling around different fires and everything. These look like refugees and pilgrims and travelers that are resting and relaxing here.
Are any of them wounded?
Some of them are, yes.
I'm gonna lay on hands.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Spend all of your lay on hands and you can heal as much people as you want. So you can
Oh,
go around
yeah.
to like people that are coughing and are sick and you can like cure their disease. You go over to another one that's got like a gash down his leg and you fully heal it, like setting the leg where he can walk normally, where before he was like, I would never be able to walk. Like you go around healing all of these people. And in doing that, seemingly out of nowhere, like as you're doing this, you're looking around, like waiting, like where is the like Luna's people and everything. You don't really see them, and then almost appearing from nowhere, coming from where the podium is and where the priest would give their sermons and everything, comes a knight clad in armor, that you do recognize as let me get her.
There we go.
Let
Let's
me
go,
get her
Moonkiss.
name.
Let's
No, this is
start
not the
arguing
Moonkiss.
philosophy. Oh,
This is
no,
not the
okay.
Moonkiss. This is the chick that you remember.
Oh, this is the one who tried to kill me, and I was like, I will not. I refuse. Oh, long time no see. How are you? It's been a little bit.
This should be good.
How do I not remember her
Can
fucking
you
name?
imagine this one chick being like, but like,
Damn.
he didn't kills people, and
I'm
all
gonna
the
have
other
to
people, fucking murder him, fucking murder him.
I'm gonna have to go back. Hold on.
He never hurt nobody.
These two. No, it is an act 3.
He's a gentle
Wait,
friend.
is it
I could. He's but a gentle.
If you can
champion,
find the
but
name for the Moon Knight who you fought but you didn't kill quicker than me, that'd be great. Because then we know not to like.
I'm looking through chapter 2 right now. I think that's where it was. Hang on.
The shadows are cold, Luna, but they're hugging me so tightly.
No, it's not there, and it's not dude. It's not.
It's
Jen.
before
It's not
Act 2.
Russ.
It's before Act 2. Holy shit! I can't believe I don't have this written down anywhere. Do I have it in here anymore?
Oh, no, that's Captain Helga. Fuck, she's the normal captain.
Damn, I don't have the name anywhere.
Maybe it's in chapter 3. Hang on.
It was around when you guys were building Dravelback. That's when it was. Because you guys were building Dravel, and at the end, that's when she came to fight you.
Oh yeah.
But I cannot find the name for whatever reason.
She came when we were in the other town, did she not?
Huh?
She came when we were in the other town, did she not?
What other town?
Like, the one where we found Captain Helga past that.
Oh, Rhymefeld? No. That was a different one. You guys did
Was it
fight
different?
one before, but it was not, no.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you didn't fight one, but you scared one off. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Her new name is Bethany. That's her new name. But this is Knight Bethany, a Moon Knight who you spared her. She came. This is the one who came to Dravel after you guys had rebuilt it. She challenged you to kill you because she was sent from the Moonkist. And when you spared her, she was very confused. And then you let her go, and you gave her some message to tell the Moonkist. And she said, like, my sister, the Moonkist, will be your next adversary, and she will not be pretty. Like, the fight will not be unfought.
Yeah.
And that is what she looks like. So it's like a knight with kind of the mask on. Like, she has the mask off, and it's to her side. It's like a helmet. And then the shawl kind of hood thing is brought down. And she is pale skin with pure white hair. And you can assume from looking at most of these, they're all pure white hair. All the women, all the priestesses, all of them have had pure white hair. She comes up not wielding her sword. Not her hand is not on her sheath at all. She's just walking towards you. And she goes, I've been alerted that Remus Whisperveil, champion of Lilith, is here.
He stands here.
She looks you up and down for a second.
And fuck it, it's alright. At this point, like, he's gonna be before God and everything, so the hood comes off, fuck it. He'll just bear in front of everyone.
You are the man I spoke to in Dravel, okay. Repeat back to me what your last words to me were. And I don't remember them, you don't have to remember them, but I know Remus would know them, so you could repeat them back to her and everything. And so she would go, you are the Remus, okay. Well, you have certainly caught Luna's attention as well as her Moonkist with what you've done today.
As I said, I told you before.
Well,
I plan to have Moon and Shadow mix.
Would you like to come with us to the actual temple?
Of course, it was a fake. Lead on.
And let's...
Did everyone I heal fake? Stop bullshit! Remus slaps somebody. No, I'm just kidding. Just to see if they're real or not.
That broken leg was a
Remus just...
Bam! In the back, and they're all like, what the
Put you in your place, bitch!
They're like, that guy really did have a broken leg, you monster!
Remus goes over, takes a guy's arm, puts it over the pew and breaks it, and is like, did that fucking hurt? Did that hurt? He's like, yes!
Shadar,
oh
play John Cena right now! Just
Blam,
beat
blam,
me,
blam.
Just stab me up.
I was just a painter.
I didn't even know.
I can't spell cast anymore.
That joke was too good. I'm sorry, I had to.
God damn, no, that was good.
It was too solid. Just the fucking.
Sudar?
Oh god.
You're all just actors.
You're all just fucking pigs. Just missed. Just smacks someone. Flies out of the church.
Oh my god.
You lied to me, Luna. You fucking bitch.
One minor inconvenience and you start
Dude.
burning down the church.
Honestly, could you blame it? At this point, the journey's been here to fucking get here. They're just fucking. Yeah, this is the real one. This is all fake. We just.
Okay, so she takes you to the altar, puts her sword, unsheaths it, and points it up in a kind of like Star Wars Episode 4, like Luke's got his lightsaber up. And a moonbeam descends down. It does not hurt any of you. And then you feel the world around you disappearing as if you're being pulled up. And you're pulled up and up and up, and then you look down and you see the globe of Aldion below you.
Shit.
And
What?
you go and whoosh, and you are now technically on the actual moon.
Holy fuck.
Oh, that's baller! If he dies, I'm not even mad about it. That's baller.
So you guys come up here. Bethany turns around
One small leap.
and says, Well, Lilith's chosen, Remus Whispervale. Welcome to the Moon Temple. Oh, wait, you guys can't see any of this. Sorry. My
No,
bad.
I can't. I was all
So
envisioning
close.
it. I was envisioning some fucking Watchmen level shit. Oh my god. Hang on. Wait a
Well,
minute. It's so dark.
well, I put on your guys' torches so that you guys can see a little bit around your character. Well, Remus Whispervale, champion of Lilith, this is our most sacred place, the Temple of Luna. You are currently on the moon, the last of your kin to ever reach here. Tried to destroy this very temple and sunder the moon. I will inform you we have upped security and our presence since then. So if you do try that, you will be cut down. I have vouched for you, as you saved my life, and spared me having to duel you, which is unusual for Lilith's champion. The Moon-Kissed would like to speak with you herself, so I will lead you in. And as she turns around, she goes, I am currently responsible for you. Do anything, and you will lose that privilege.
No worries.
Are we there, or is it just
Lead on.
Y'all
No,
are
you're
all
there.
there. Everybody's there.
Oh, cool.
You can click on
You
your
walked
character.
with the future fucking champion
I
of this
just wanted to make
motherfucking
sure
moon
I could
god,
witness
baby.
this history.
You guys come in,
You will bard this shit as far as I'm concerned.
and you guys see a grand grouping of Moon Knights. Multiple different Moon Knights of multiple different walks of life. Leonin, human, tiefling, all that sort of thing. They're all clad in the same sort of armor, but all with different weapons. Some wield shields, some wear big, massive bastard swords like Remus, some wear battle axes, some have staffs, all that sort of stuff. Up at the front, you see a Moonkissed holding a banner with Luna's symbol on it. And she comes down and says, I assume you, Knight Bethany, you have brought Lilith's chosen. And Knight Bethany bows. She goes, then it is with great pleasure that I introduce the Moon-Kissed. Oh, sorry. Nope, I fucked that up. Then it is with great pleasure that I introduce you, Remus Whispervale, to our great Lady of the Moon's temple. And so she kind of steps down and comes up. I am second in command, right under the Moon-Kissed. I assume Bethany has given you the understanding, but this is our show of force. Try to take this temple by force, or try to destroy the moon, and we will put you down before you could even try. Is that understood?
Yep.
The Moon-Kiss has requested you specifically. Bethany, you can wait here. I will take him. And Bethany bows. Kind of takes up position. And then she notices the two behind you, and she goes, the Moon-Kiss has requested to see you personally. You can leave your entourage here. They will be safe.
Does the Moon-Kissed have any friends in her chamber?
She will have me and my sisters with me, but we will leave shortly after. She says she wants to speak with you alone. Trust me, champion of Lilith. We are not the ones who use lies and deception to get what we want.
I'll face your moon-kissed alone.
So I'm bringing it over there. I'm gonna bring them with you.
Don't use lies and deception. You only immediately talked about murdering. Except I haven't! I'm the only one that doesn't want to murder nobody.
Except
So-
yourself.
She will bring you through some doors. You will see this massive garden that is currently illuminated only by moonlight. It is quite breathtaking and beautiful.
This entire thing is nuts.
She'll bring you through and show you into the door where there is a massive like eating place. I don't know like what you would call this, like
Look
dining
at that
hall.
turkey, baby. Yeah,
And
right on.
it is filled with, you can see people like the ones that you saw in the like fake temple that are all like refugees and weary souls and travelers. And she explains to you this temple is a place where all of Luna's followers can come, and Luna protects all of those under the night sky who travel and are pilgrims, refugees, and so she can take those when they go to a temple like that one, and they will take them up to the moon where they were fully safe from any sort of outside threat. And this is where they can feed them, let them stay here for as long as they need.
Cool.
She then brings you through to here, to the grand procession. And you do see there are pilgrims here, there are refugees, there are people who are like praying and worshipping and everything. The Moon-Kissed is... Where the fuck is the Moon-Kissed? Oh shit. That's why. Hold on.
Oh god, she's not here. Hey, everyone hold up! Everyone
Right.
hold the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
up!
why she wasn't.
Bethany!
She's gone. We can check the moon. Go.
Alright, enact all the plan. Go, go, go.
Trish Ray.
Bring the dynamite. Bring the. What is the? I can't screw this.
I really suckered you in this time. You really did think I wasn't
Oh.
gonna slice the moon in half. You fucking
You
fool!
know. It was all a lie.
Man, just all of
There
a sudden,
you
just
go.
I was like, what the fuck?
Or warps. Spring of warpstone.
There is the Moon-Kissed.
Oh
She's
my
up there.
god, it just.
So, she is currently giving a sermon. Talking
Hi, Letty.
about the bountiful gifts Luna's given, how these people have found their way here and they're all blessed by Luna and will be protected under her watch. She is the child of the moon and the Moon-Kissed and everything. All this sort of stuff. When they notice you guys arriving, she snaps twice and ends her conversation, and I'm not going to actually move them, but all of the minis in here, all the refugees are escorted out by the knights, and they're all taken out of here. I will remove her knights next to her, though. Those can be removed. And they bring you up here to her. The second in charge bows and says, "My Moon-Kissed, I present to you Remus Whisperveil." The Moon-Kissed, donning this majestic armor with these small angelic wings behind her, her red hair coming down to her shoulders, and this blade that as soon as you notice the blade, the cloak in you, using the voice of Edgar, this is not Edgar at all, kind of somehow gives a feeling of beckoning towards the sword. It wants to touch the sword. It wants to get in connection with the sword. And you kind of see, as you're like, whoa, this is a weird feeling, you see the Moon-Kissed give you a look like she's feeling it too, but on the opposite end.
This destiny, young one.
And so they do their bows, they do their greetings, and then they leave. Just teleport them out. Boop. They're gonna make sure they're gonna stay like in the area, but they're gonna make sure nobody gets in. So you two, as long as you're not like screaming or yelling at each other, you should be fine. You're down here, so the Moon-Kissed will step down, and She steps down for you, and she says, Remus Whispervale, that is the name you have taken, correct?
Correct.
What makes you think you're worthy of such a name?
Worthy. I can't answer that question. It's a name that's going to destroy Mathalius, that I know.
So you don't know this name you have taken. You don't know the power it holds, or the meaning behind it. You're just a usurper of someone far greater and more powerful than you.
Usurper. I'm the only Remus I know.
Lies! Is this her tricks? Is this some grand trickery from the Shadow Queen of Deceit?
No tricks. Just the champion who's going to control both the moon and shadow.
You use his last name like you know who he was, but you weren't smart enough to remember his real name, his first name. You've deceived it and manipulated it.
You could give me any name. It doesn't change what I'm about to do.
And what is it you're about to do, Remus Whispervale?
Bring peace to this feud.
Bring peace to this feud, but you come here cloaked in your shadows, lies, and deceit.
There's only one person yelling currently.
Yes, because you currently hold the last name that is my last name. The last name of my dead brother, Romulus.
News to me.
News to you. You took a last name and had no idea where it came from, and you so happened to be Lilith's follower.
I made a couple bad deals along the way. Yeah. But today that'll be righted.
Made some bad deals. Speak plain and true if you wish to keep your tongue and head. Remus.
About what? As I said, I've come here to do one thing. In the feud, have both the moon and shadow destroy Mathalius before he kills all of us.
Where did you acquire the last name Whispervale?
I made it up. I changed names after I got sent to the Shadowlands. Yet again, a bad deal.
So you just happened to randomly pick the same last name that I hold?
Lady, I can only tell you what happened. No, I didn't read fucking books before I was transported into a portal and somewhere else before I was turned into a monster. No, I didn't know. It was
So
the
you
name I
really
picked.
aren't him then?
I don't know who him is.
If
I
you
know
were
who I am.
really Romulus Whispervale, then you would recognize your sister Isabel, who's standing in front of you.
Hang on, you get sister.
Yes, so this is Isabel Whispervale, the moon-kissed of Luna. And Romulus is the name
The name
that you
before,
were
yeah,
told
yeah.
you took before you were Remus.
Oh, well, I had a different name in my notes.
Romulus is the name that you got, that you remembered through Tetsukuge when he gifted you a breath of knowledge. You remembered that you had
Oh, I
once
just-
taken on the name Romulus.
Yeah, I just have a different... Okay, I just have a different name in there for some reason.
What'd you have the name as?
Hang on, let me copy it and send it to you. I don't know why the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you have
Maybe that's the
Aurelius.
name that- Yeah, I don't know either. Yep, I had a really easy.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, okay.
The last thing she said is, "You're not him. You're not Romulus Whispervale because you don't even recognize your own sister Isabel in front of you." And then to remind you too, who's the guy who screwed you over in Cayenne?
Sir Mash.
Yes, Daniel Shemesh, the original Daniel Shemesh, who told you that he used to play with you as a kid.
He told me about.
He told
Isabel.
you about
Yeah.
Isabel, who was your sister.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
I told you this would blow your mind.
Yeah. That's fair. I get the Shadow Heart now. I knew something was family as soon as you said Shadow Heart, but I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be the parents and not the thing. But I get it now. I wish I could tell you that man was still alive. Romulus was a name I used to wear. I can no longer be him.
Tears start to like form in the corners of her eye, and they kind of start cresting down a little bit.
I wish I could tell you your brother was still here, but he's long past gone.
What do you mean he's long past gone?
I can't return to that, Isabel.
I watched my baby brother die in my arms.
No.
Yes, no. I did. It's why I swore fealty to Luna. It's why I went with the Moon Knights. It's why I pledged to be the Moon Kissed. Was because I knew that I couldn't go through with that again. I couldn't see another innocent life taken. And you sully his name and his very existence by claiming to be him. Look at you, you're a monster.
Yes. I sure am. And you've been deceived. Just like I was. That's why I can't go back. You did see one thing. You saw Romulus die. Just not when he was a baby. Your memories have been warped. The same as mine. So.
Why would my goddess take my memories?
Ah, that's a fantastic question.
Yours is the one of lies and deceit, of shadows. Mine is of light, shining on those lies, showing what they are, truly.
That's a fantastic story. Who told you that, Isabel?
It is in our histories. Your
history must be true.
We sequestered the history books from Mirak's house, and from Grisha's books to uncover all of this. We did this recently when we heard Knight Bethany's tale of you sparing her. Lilith has always come after Luna, always coveted the power Luna had. There can be no shadows without light. But Lilith wishes to destroy that light, not live in harmony with it.
Not anymore.
What changed the shadow bitch's mind?
Me. That's who changed it. That's who changed Luna, and that's who.
And what's so special about you?
Absolutely nothing. Just a monster. Ready to do what others will not. Will have the patience to stand being berated by every single person who he comes to this path. Just a normal man.
Why do you play with my mind? Why do you speak in it? What magics are you holding here? Why do you call for my blade?
I call for nothing.
I can hear in the back of my mind the ticking The blade wants to come to you.
Destiny's a bitch, Isabella. What, you don't believe me? He'll even take his sword and just throws it to the side. I've got nothing. I did not come here to kill or murder anyone, and I
The
refuse
tears
to do
are
so.
streaming down consistently.
So go ahead. Take that blade. You don't believe that I'm your brother. Or
No
that maybe
one
who's gonna right the wrongs.
No one calls me Isabella. They all call me Isabel. Only you, if you're truly him, would know that name.
It's a memory I've regained just recently. And as I said, it's unfortunate, believe me. I'm not the Romulus, you know.
I'm not going to kill my brother. If you are some version of him, if there's some part of him still locked in there, I'm not gonna watch you die again.
Just the good parts. So you can help me.
She unsheaths the blade and drops it to the floor, and it like as it hits the floor, you watch it shift towards you a smidge. And in the back of your head, you can still hear that of it calling to the cloak.
Fuck it, he'll take it. Yeah, he'll walk over it.
You take one step towards it, and Lilith forms behind your sister. Remus, no.
Lilith, you trusted me now. All the way up until here. What's different? What's changed?
You're going to kill me.
No. I'm not going to kill anybody.
I've read the prophecy, Remus. Someone has to die.
That's what
She
said.
walks past your sister, and then Luna appears.
Okay.
What are you doing, Remus?
Doing what I set out to do. I'm going to end this feud between you and Lilith.
Don't do that.
I'm going to try. So there's two ways this happens.
You will bring cataclysm on us all.
Cataclysm is already coming. And it's coming fast.
You understand who we're dealing with? I've spoken to the other gods of Maphalius. He has plans within plans within plans. You're just feeding into what he wants you to do.
I am so sick of everyone telling me about the impossible. I stand
She
here
walks
set down with
again,
impossible.
and Lilith forms. Remus, my sister is right. You're playing into Maphalius' hands. You do this, there's no going back. I can feel it. The end is coming.
Then we'll face it together. Luna, I'm gonna do something. I'll offer you your champion. Edgar, as you said, you wanted him. I'll bring him to you. No kills. No death blow. No one dies.
Lilith passes the sister again, and then Luna appears. You offer me Edgar now. I don't want him. I'd rather you not do this. For once I agree with my sister. I feel it. You will kill us both.
And if I do nothing, you die anyways. So why not try?
Okay, with that one, because that's a pretty badass line, you grab the sword. Because you're finally, like, walking the whole time. You finally reach the sword. You can grab it if you want to. And then I will, as DM, I will ask you, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, dude.
So you take off the cloak. You take the sword in one hand. And
Yeah.
in moon in one hand and shadow in the other, you bring them together.
Yeah. All about it.
You watch as the being in front of you, who is currently Lilith, screams at you no. And you watch as her face turns and you see Luna's face as she screams no. And something clicks in you as you realize the gods you've been dealing with are not gods. They are but one god, divided between each other.
Oh,
And you have a moment as you can unite these weapons. You feel this story play out in your head, this understanding. Long ago, the god Lythander had a brother named Savaros. Savaros did some bad things to him, but one of the worst was when he took let me find the correct name. Larn the Trickster was one of Savaros's followers. Larn had a funny trick he wanted to play on Lythander. He chose his most blessed daughter, the daughter of Lythander, whose name was... let me get it. Hold on. Whose name was Lyrandrith. She was the most fairest, most beautiful of the goddesses, and Lythander's specifically his favored child. She used to be a goddess of something, but it has been lost to time. And Larn the Trickster played a trick where he split her down the middle and formed two separate goddesses from the same personality. Lilith and Luna, goddess of moon and shadow. When he did this, Lythander became enraged and cast Savaros and his entire group, all of the evil gods, and cast them out from his court. He also then took Larn and heavily punished him by using Ulundo to corrupt his face and change it so it's this twisted, vicious, like, essentially Larn is considered the first flesh warp. And so,
Yeah.
the only way that you could bring back Lilandrith in Larn's trickery was to unite the two sisters, who each could only share champions that were siblings. And the siblings would have to get over their rivalry and join together in order to unite the runic weapons and forge a new one under Lilandrith's name. And in this moment, a massive explosion happens. A ripple through time and space as you kill, with a final death blow, two gods and form one in their place.
Let's see.
Uh,
I see. That fucking bastard when I talk to him next. I'll tell him prophecies are still bullshit.
And as you do such, you finish. You're holding in front of you a cloak that is pure white on one side and pure black on the other.
Yes!
The white side glows with moonlight, while the black side seems to almost absorb the light. And it is a reversible cloak that you can change. I will get into the details of what it does in a second, but standing in front of you is no longer Luna or Lilith. It is Lyrandrith, the goddess of unity. And she is called Lilandrith the Broken.
Oh, it's... Yeah.
She is of unity and
That name
harmony.
gave me chills.
Yeah. I took a
Monsters
long
of
time
Broken.
workshopping the name. It was really hard because I wanted it to be a somewhat merge of their names.
But
A
Luna
little bit?
Lilith,
No, that shit was good.
Yeah, I see it.
So she stands in front of you, and will end the session with her first words after she's rebirthed, and she looks at you and goes,
Dad?
"Oh, Remus, you played right into his hand." We'll end with that.